All right. Are we ready to go? What's up, everybody? So, see if that works. It did. Make sure everything is good to go. And we are live, so I hope everyone's having a fantastic Halloween like day today. We are currently live on YouTube on vertical streaming as well, so it's my first time doing that. Hopefully it is turning out okay. Let me look at the settings on that. Okay, that looks good. So if you guys didn't know, Frontier should be streaming Planet Coaster in about 13 minutes. Planet Coaster 2. They put out a on their socials. They put out a streaming schedule for Steam. If we look here, you can see that they have today 6 p.m. GMT, which is about 13 minutes from now. So that's what we're currently waiting on. So is there a way to play Planet Coaster 2 earlier? Probably, unless you're a content creator, probably not. I'm sure those big names will get a hold of the game early. If I had to guess. So, like, I'm sure Rudy, Silverette, the ladies, all of them will probably get the game early, if I had to guess. Just to guess. They've already played it, so. I did watch the IGN video today, yeah. Had some more gameplay on it there. Yeah, we'll be back to... We're going to be live streaming Planet Coaster 2 a lot on the 6th and on. So once the game releases, we're going to be doing a Planet Coaster 1 stream right before the game releases. We're going to do like a countdown. We're going to be there. We're going to be doing a lot of live streams, probably over the next week leading up to the release. And then once it releases, I will probably be live more often than I'm not. So I'm very, very excited. You guys are probably excited as well. But welcome if you're on Vertical Live as well. Also, thanks for being here. First time streaming on the Vertical as well. Hopefully it's shown up in the shorts feed. At least that's my hopes. Why doesn't it have the game on there? I put it in there. Let's fix that so it knows what everyone wants. But anyways, Always Gaming, hello. But we'll be searching for this stream very, very soon once it gets on there. I'm thinking about starting to multi-stream again and maybe stream on Twitch as well, which will be great. So just like we'll live stream everywhere. Very, very exciting though. But as you can see, we're here for this live stream that's supposed to be today on Twitch. Or not Twitch, Steam. Which Steam is an interesting place because I don't think you can play the broadcast back. So, but thank you guys so much for being here. We're up to 85 viewers on normal. On the vertical stream, I don't see where. Oh, there's analytics. It's not showing anything. So, oh, I'm not live. I had auto live. So, anyways, welcome guys. Welcome to, if you're on vertical, hopefully that will show now. Happy Joe heads. Yeah, I'll set Twitch back up for you guys. Be a lot of fun. I'm not sure if I'll bring Happy Joe head back though. I don't know. Steam is notoriously bad place to steam from. I think rebroadcast, but yeah, exactly. Like it's a pretty bad place to stream. I watched the last one. They did one on the 24th. I only got to watch about 20 minutes of it because I was working, and I was not able to watch anything else. They're gonna be, if you can see right here, this is their Steam streaming schedule. So they're gonna be streaming on Steam today at 6 p.m. GMT, which is 1 o'clock my time. I'm in Central, so they should be going live in about 9 minutes, and we'll be watching that. And since you can't play it back, this will be great because it will save my stream, so we can look back at it later. So, in a way, so yeah, I thought the Steam streams were kind of interesting. Maybe it's because it's like, you know, kind of interesting, but anyways. What are they showing off? They're just playing the game. At least that's what it looked like to me on the 24th. It looked like they were just kind of playing the game. Like the 20 minutes that I saw, they were just in a park kind of creating stuff or just making stuff. So I don't really think they've said anything. They just gave us a streaming schedule of when they'll be live on Steam. It was a pretty long stream too. They were basically just playing the game normally, is what it seemed like. I saw them make some pools with varying depths, and just a few other things. It was a really cool biome they were in, at least what I saw, and then I saw some really fast load times, which I was excited for. By the way, I actually just purchased a new SSD for Planet Coaster 2, so I'm excited for that. I got a new SSD because I'm low on space on my PC, and it was actually one of the things I needed to upgrade on my PC because I'm constantly running out of space. So, anyways, I don't think they're going to do any big reveals. They're just going to play the game, which sometimes can reveal some stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the deep dive yesterday. I didn't do a reaction to it yesterday because I was on the road driving home from Tennessee. If you guys didn't see me in the Discord, I was on a Dollywood trip, which was really, really fun. So I was out in Pigeon Forge for a few days. It was a lot of fun, and now just got back home last night. So unfortunately, I couldn't react and stream my reaction to that deep dive. It wasn't anything super special. They just mostly talked about franchise mode, which actually was pretty cool. And then also like how you do the collaboration, like share parks with other people, because again, you can asynchronously collab with other people and have a park being accessed by other people, which is a really cool feature for collaborations. I'd love to do a community park maybe with you guys and see what we can come up with, and I think it would be really awesome to do a park with multiple people. So you're going to be able to do that in franchise mode. There's going to be like challenges for like a leaderboard, so we could create like the best park, which is amazing. So can't wait. All right, what time is it? We got 6 minutes. I got a little early start, that way we can be ready. Hey, what's up, Jake? Hi, Joe. Bye, Joe. Oh, hi, bye. This is the vertical one. Like the vertical live stream. I don't know how vertical live streams work that well, so hopefully it's okay. Let's center this a little bit better. It was already centered, but the reason why it's not is because of the chat over on the other side there. It's fine. Once we get the stream going, it'll be all right. So, yes, you can do sandbox too. Yes, they did mention that. So, but you can also do it in franchise. So I thought it was going to be like just, so it was a little bit of surprise that you can do it in franchise. No, you're thinking about live stream from yesterday. I'm talking about the Steam live stream. This one right here on the 31st. This is the streams that not many people know about. They posted this, when did they post this? On the 24th. Just unexpectedly, and like, hey, we're going to do live streams on Steam and play the game just there. Which is interesting. I thought the 1 megabyte hard drive would nearly possible to fill. Oh gosh, floppy drives. Yeah. I'm that old too. I'm in my 30s now, so I never really used floppy disks though. I know about them, but never used them. Floppy drives. All right, we got 4 minutes. Hope they'll fix the weird slide physics. I don't think they'll be fixed by launch. Hopefully they'll work on them in like a post update. I don't think they have enough time to get those fixed. I understand why people want that fixed so bad. I would want it fixed as well, but me being not a huge water slide person, just having water slides is fine with me. I don't think the physics are that big of a deal to me personally. So like I hope they get fixed, of course, but to me it's not like the biggest thing in the world. But I got a 2 terabyte SSD M.2 drive. I got 1 day shipping too, so. How are you guys doing? Live in Tennessee, love Dollywood, awesome looking channel, new here. Look forward to getting this on PS5 Pro next week. Trying to get your chat. Sorry if I'm a little late on them, but I am from politics of next week. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I was just in Tennessee. It was awesome. Always love going to Tennessee at least once a year if possible. I tried to. I don't think water physics are a deal breaker. Personally, it's not that big a deal to me. Again, I'm not a big water park person to begin with, so I'm excited for them, but at the same time, I'm not a huge water slide person. It's not a huge deal to me. I think just having them in there is fine. I can understand for like if you're trying to do POVs and stuff, it does kind of make sense. The live stream starts in 3 minutes. It'll start right at 1 my time. So you can see right here, 6 p.m. GMT for I'm in Central. So for me, it's 1 p.m. If you're Eastern, it'd be noon. Wait, no, 2. Yeah, 2. So you can have switch tracks and drop tracks on all coasters. I don't think that's an option. But hey, we're probably going to have some mods come in and do some stuff. So I'm sure they'll work on it since a lot of people are uproaring about the slide thing. So I'm sure it will be a thing or something that they'll be looking at. So all right, I'm going to keep an eye on their socials that they've been posting. Like when they do go live, they have been posting like, hey, here's the link to for when we go live, you know. Let's see if I can find that. I'm not sure if I can find it on here. Where is it? They didn't post it on there. Did they post it on Facebook? Oh gosh, I'm not logged into Facebook. Great. Do you seem to listen to their players? They do, so I'm not too concerned. Cleaned out my PC so all my passwords aren't saved. There we go. Set notifications. Gosh dang, why am I not logged into Facebook? It's pretty ridiculous. Someone's trying to log in. Yeah, it's me. Finish. There it goes. Yes, trust this device. It's my main desktop. What do you mean? Alright, it is 1 o'clock now, so keep an eye on a coaster. 1 minute ago. There it is. Alright, they just posted it. How do I get to the broadcast? I'm not used to this. All right. No, I clicked on the pre-order page. I think maybe. Join us live on Steam. We even have some deluxe game codes to give away. Okay, how do I get in? Sign in. Do I have to sign in? Of course I wouldn't be signed in. What if I go to the actual Steam page? I'm probably missing some of it. Community, broadcasts. No broadcasts. Anybody know how? I'm going to be showing it, but I can't figure out how to get to it because it's like, how do you get to a Steam broadcast? I click on the link and it just takes me to the store page. I want to go to the broadcast. Community hub. Livestream. Oh, no. Join us live on Steam for a chance of winning. Videos broadcast. No more content, so sad. I don't know where to go. Last time I went, there was a link that they post on their socials that took me right to it. I'm not. That one's just the store page. Like they just posted this. But the link doesn't take me to the stream. It takes me to the store page. Or do I have to be signed in? Maybe I have to be signed in? Oh, here it is. I got it. I think you have to be signed in. I see now. Okay, here we go. There it is. I don't know if there's any audio yet. I don't hear anything, but... Yeah, you had to be signed in, I think. Alright, sorry. Sorry if you guys have been talking. I haven't been. But, alright, guys. You guys ready? I think this is live. Let's see what kind of gameplay they have for us today. Very interested. Good thing we haven't missed anything yet. We're getting the trailer we've seen many times. Let me know if it's too loud or not loud enough. Let me know. Is this a good volume? Let me know. Does audio sound good? No, last time they were actually kind of like playing the game, so at least the 20 minutes that I got to see. This time I can watch the whole thing because I'm off today. Because they just popped the stream schedule out of nowhere. Again, I kind of hate that it's on Steam. Kind of a weird place to stream it, but hey, more gameplay of the game is more gameplay, so I'll take it. I do love this trailer, though. I've seen it many times, and I always play it first. But hopefully we get some cool gameplay. I'm not expecting us to get revealed anything or anything like that. I'm a ride operator at Silver Dollar City. I work at Silver Dollar City. I am the senior team lead of Outlaw Run and Powder Keg. So excited for drop tracks. Yeah, and remember, this is not a stream that you can play back either. So, like, I couldn't rewatch what they had streamed the other day, which kind of sucks, so.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to a very special Steam stream. I'm Arthur, part of the team here at Frontier, and I'm joined by the wonderful Rich Hudson. Rich, say hello.
Hello.
Rich, what do you do at Frontier?
I am a video artist, so I'm part of the team that make all the trailers, like the one you've just seen for Planet Coaster 2.
So you're a pretty
Nice.
talented guy, and we're going to put those talents, to test today.
Yeah.
Chat, I've seen some. I think Thunder North asked a question: is it live? It is live. We will record this, and it will probably loop back. So if you watch this loop back, this will sound really weird. But at this moment in time, at 6 p.m. on
Where did
Halloween,
they post this, though?
Indeed, yeah.
this is a live show. There are codes that we'll be giving away in chat, and some of us will be doing.
I'd like to watch the last one, too.
In chat as well. I would suggest, though, if you do want another
bit
code
low.
to win a code,
Okay,
you
let me turn it up.
absolutely click the follow button on our community tab.
Better?
There will be another code given away in a post tomorrow on our community tab. But it's enough housekeeping. You
better?
guys will see the game. Should we jump into sandbox mode?
Let me know when it's good.
I think because it's Halloween, I think it's only fitting that you make a spooky ride.
I think so. Yeah, do something a bit haunted, do something a bit
Ooh.
spooky. See how far we can push
Dark ride?
the base game scenery
that pier.
in Planet Coaster 2,
That
because
looks
you've
cool.
got your Planet Coaster theme, the vanilla theme, you've
Good.
got aquatic and resort and
Alright.
mythology and Viking. They're all stunning themes, but the best thing about Planet Coaster 2, there are no rules.
Do what you want, right?
Do whatever you want. See how far you can push things. So we're going to jump into sandbox today because obviously last week myself and Chantal did the first level of the career mode and it was a bit chaotic. But today we're going to go hard on the sandbox and do something cool. So this is the new sandbox selectors. You can choose your biome.
Yep.
Wait
Yeah,
for?
wait,
I don't go for
temperate.
temperate. Yeah,
Good, yeah.
I think so because autumnal trees. Yeah,
okay,
get some
yeah,
orange
yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I hope there's more than that.
Reasons. Then we get our. Oh, it's already remembered my my test from earlier. Lovely. So you've got these presets as well, which means you can the sandbox settings that I think Adam showed
That
them off
seems
yesterday.
only
in,
four?
Frontier Unlocked. Those
I hope
four
there's
options
more
are
than
basically
that.
just presets for these. So for me, for example, as a player, I'm very much somebody who's going to go into
Full
creative.
creative mode. Yeah.
No money, no power, no staff. I just want to build stuff.
Yeah. But you can
So-
change it mid sandbox.
Yeah,
as well if
you can
want
change
to,
this.
so,
So this is
yeah.
just your initial stuff. It doesn't lock you down to anything, so you can just you can change those on the fly. You might jump into a sandbox and start doing stuff, and it says you don't have power, and go, oh, I didn't want to do that.
Man,
Yeah.
the
You can go
visuals
turn
look
that
so
on.
good,
Yeah.
though.
So we're not gonna build like a whole park today. We're just gonna go hard on the
We're going to build a haunted coaster, I think.
haunted coaster of some description.
And we get asked a lot about switch tracks and drop rides. Can we make one with a switch track and a...
I think
Yes.
we should. I think
Yeah,
we should give
all
the
right.
people what they want. So we're going to do
Do the
that. Now,
multi-dimension.
I did do some. I'm going to do my own Blue Peter moment, and here's one I made earlier. So we're going to jump onto the Frontier Workshop.
And this is great because the Frontier Workshop is where you can create stuff, save it, and other people can download it, or you can upload rides and stuff like that. So it's a real.
Yes.
You can do it
useful
on the
tool.
fly, too,
If
which
you're
is
not
nice
maybe a
in-game.
super creative, and you just want something really cool for your park, go to the workshop. 'cause
Exactly.
There'll be tons of stuff
As
in there.
soon as this releases next week on November 6th, it's just going to be flooded with everything that people have been making.
Yeah.
So this is something I made this morning, and it's a haunted house. So you can go onto it, and I've already subscribed to it on here. But you can go and you can subscribe to it, and it puts it into your
This thing
blueprint
had a
selector.
3-star
You
rating.
can like it, and it gets pushed up the ranks if
Yep.
people like this sort of thing. So I've already got this in. You can favorite. I'm going to favorite it as well.
Also, top tip: if you really want to sell your blueprint, right, do what you've done because you've put the lighting where it is.
Yeah.
You've got it just at the right. In daytime, it will still look great. In daytime, it won't
You're
look as.
making a thumbnail.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah. So
I-
sell your product.
Exactly.
Showing
So
up
I've already
in-game.
got
Yeah,
that
it's all
my,
in game now, so that's
in my
great.
blueprint. So I'm going to search for the word haunted, and that's this guy. So here it is. This
That
is
looks
my
great.
haunted house.
I was curious of how
I built
spooky,
this
how you
morning,
can make
and
spooky stuff
this
in the game
is
with the themes.
Actually made
That
up.
looks
if-
great.
If you, I don't know whether it says in here, but I think it does on the Frontier.
You can make
Workshop.
it
actually
happen.
says like, oh, there's. But when I saved it as a blueprint, you put in like.
You can
tags
make
to say,
spooky
I want it to
stuff,
be,
that's
like,
sweet.
under the resort.
The
theme,
fog
something
looks
like that.
so
And
good.
he just automatically ticks anything that you've used, and this has a mix of resort, planet, and Viking
Oh, so
altogether.
almost a bit of everything.
Pretty much a bit of everything to
Yeah.
build something like this.
Sweet.
So this is our haunted house.
But you
we're
would,
going to use as a starting point.
when you look at it though, you would never you would just think this is a haunted thing. Like,
exactly,
you would absolutely
you think
it's a
this is
haunted
you
thing.
think it's
yeah.
a haunted theme.
Yeah. Okay,
But
this is
it's-
really cool.
So yeah, you can see the little bits. Like that's very Viking.
Yeah.
Very kind of Nordic. So that's in there. The shutters are Nordic. Shutters are Viking as well. And then the walls and the roofs are both from resorts. This fence is from resort as well. The lights here, that's Viking as well. But if I just put it to nighttime, We can set the lights.
Yeah, hopefully you can recolor the
Straight
fog.
away.
There you go.
Look at that. Lighting is chef's kiss.
It's beautiful
Chef's
in
kiss.
Planet Coaster 2. I was so excited to see the lighting come through in this because I spend so much time illuminating my attractions.
Yeah,
when
you
it
could-
comes
you
to-
could
to-
I think we're probably going to build.
dip it
well, I
down
say we,
further.
so are we. You're probably going to build this coaster in daytime, right? So you can see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'll build it in daytime.
And then it'll be
we
like the
can-
kind of the big reveal when we switch it to nighttime and have a look at it.
we'll
all,
pull
which
it to
will be cool.
nighttime to start looking at how we can actually illuminate the thing.
Yeah.
So if, for
So this is
example,
on
you're
Steam.
someone who wanted to use this as a starting point, you can pull this off the workshop and you can start editing it, so you can start seeing
Might
what
be able to
parts
put a
got
link
used.
in for you guys,
Because
so
you
you
might
guys
spot
can
something and think, I've not seen that before. And you look at it and it goes, oh, this is a Viking.
pin it
Oh,
so
no,
you
I have
guys
seen
can
that. I just never
see
used it
the
in that way.
live stream
Something
as well.
just kind of clicks, it unlocks in your brain as to how you can push the scenery. So I've got this downloaded. I'm basically going to start pulling pieces out because I want to, rather than starting completely from scratch with this, I want everything to be cohesive. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm
It's
just gonna,
almost like you've got like a toolbox of pieces now, just from that one set piece you've taken from the,
Pretty
from the
much,
workshop.
yeah.
And although it's your piece, you can obviously do that from other people's pieces of work,
Yeah.
what you just said. So that's really cool.
So I'm just going to pull bits and pieces
Yeah,
off
just
here,
go
so I've
here
got them
and
to
it
hand.
should
So
pop
I
up
know
if
that
you're
I'm gonna want
signed
to
in.
use this color wall, this
I'm
color
gonna pin the
window,
message
this
to
color
you.
roof, and stuff like that. And I
You
can
guys
also
can go.
just grab these color swatches as well. If I like confirm it again, it'll put it into my recents.
Nice.
So
Right,
I can
okay,
just
yeah.
keep jumping back on this. So this is going to be our starting point for our sort of aesthetic, our vibe. I'm going to move you over there because to actually theme a coaster, we need a coaster.
We need a coaster. What are you going to go for?
So we're going to go for.
Will it crash? I don't know if it'll crash, as long as you have the
Ultimate
minimum.
Multiverse coaster.
Ooh, okay.
The friction wheel variant. There's two flavors of this one.
Hey, Steve.
They both have the same
Thanks for
set of
saying
special
like and
elements, but they
subscribe.
have two different trains. And this guy looks like a normal roller coaster train.
Yep.
This one is more like a big car that you can actually control.
I like that one. That's like
where-
the
rotate.
Escape from
Yeah.
Gringotts.
Yeah.
So similar to some of the track
A
rides.
dark ride one.
Kind of similar to the FD Vision in the pre-order bonuses that you showed off yesterday.
Yes.
in,
Yeah.
In Frontier Unlocked.
Yep.
So it's a similar thing to that. This guy can launch. This guy uses a normal lift hill, so we're going to go for this one.
Cool. All right.
So I don't know.
Yes,
I'm
they're
just
gonna
start-
do the
I'm gonna plonk it down
multi-dimension.
somewhere. I'm actually going to top tip for budding builders. Obviously, there is like the world axes in the game, like the default positioning.
Yep.
If you're not fussed about where this is going to begin with, just build
Well,
it straight
I'm
on the
watching
build-
through
on
the Steam
on the world
stream,
axis.
so
If
it
you
can't
find
be any
yourself
more
to place
stable
something
than
else
it.
down and need to line it up again, you've got a good starting point.
Right. That is a good
Like
tip.
this.
Yep.
So that's the default.
'Cause
length of
that's
the
what I'm
station.
viewing
That's
it
the minimum
through.
It's going to be, but I'm going
Does that make sense?
So I can just go back into the stations tab
Nice.
and just extend it because that will then give me the opportunity to put another train in without having to
Go
put
back
in
and re-edit
block
everything.
sections.
Yeah.
And
I hope
all
they
this.
do something with
Yeah.
stations at some point.
So let's do a.
I don't think it will be by
drive
launch,
tyres
but
to start with. Let's swing it off.
Black
one
Nova says,
way.
"Hope I can play it now." I hope you can play now. I hope that you're watching the video. I hope you can see it because we're about to create a Picasso of a
yes.
roller coaster that's coming up here. Michonne, no worries. Thank you very much for tuning in. Look, it's a wonderful game. Like we are honestly, I think we were chatting earlier on. Like we're not going to try very hard. We're not going to do any hard sell and stuff like that. We're not going to tell you to prove and
better
stuff like
than
that.
them
We just
two
hope you
old bald
enjoy us
people.
playing and enjoying the game that we've made because it's fun and it's fun just to watch.
Thanks,
It's
Steve.
fantastic,
Yeah.
honestly.
So,
I
um,
loved my time with
hello, Builder Adventures.
Yeah, so there we go.
From,
So that's really cool. So yeah, hope you enjoy this. Hope if you're going to pick
Vertical
it
Live.
up, honestly pay attention to Rich because he's
Our
so
first
good at
time
this, and
streaming
he's so
on Vertical
fast, and
Live,
it's just
too.
like there's so much that you can learn from him. Like I'm just gonna.
Yeah, please tell me if I go too quickly because I'm in that mindset of we've got a deadline, we've got a limit to the length of the
Well,
stream.
look, we've got an hour. We might go slightly longer than that if we're
Yeah,
near the end of
exactly.
it. I don't want to rush. If we're getting close to a masterpiece, I'm not going to be the guy that says, well, actually, that's been 59 minutes. It's time to wrap up.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So let's have a little look. See, so we're going into the coast now, but there's loads of tools as well. Like, and I think people have seen stuff that the smoothing tool has been a big win.
The smoothing tool in Planet Coaster 2 is just night and day. It's fantastic, honestly. I've done so many like custom inversions. I did it
all
on the
those
stream last week with
options.
Chantal. I just sent the track over the station platform as my own custom inversion and smoothed it, and it was absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Like when we rode the coaster, the POV was absolutely bob on. So, and that's a huge win for Planet
Marketing
Coaster 2.
point.
So for all of
Water
the
Park is the main story
the
of this
coaster
game.
fans that are they're going to spend hours and hours and hours building the most precise, intricate coaster. It's made it a lot
The
easier.
time
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
given
yeah. Also,
water ride.
10 points for using.
Dude,
the
I think
term
most of
bob
their
on. I've not heard
marketing's
that in
been
a long
water
time.
That's
parks.
that's in my standard lexicon,
That,
honestly.
I'm
Actually kinda
it's been a
disagree
while
with
since I've
that.
heard it. It makes me feel warm inside to hear someone else say that, so that's great.
Good.
It's nice that we're getting more
With just a normal
coaster
drop to
stuff
begin with,
now.
because I can get
Does
people
the
excited
track look
to
like a
begin-
kiddie
to start
coaster?
with.
It's like the
So
13
starting off. Yeah, here we go.
style
We'll
track.
throw a little airtime here.
from
I know the
13.
old, coaster enthusiast
what it's modeled
enjoys
off
the,
of,
the airtime, so I'm gonna give
or
them
inspired
some of
by.
that.
I'm not a fan of the airtime. I hate feeling weightless. I feel totally out
So,
of control. When I rode
Hyperia.
Yeah, when I did Hyperia, the initial drop was
It's gonna
terrifying,
do
but it
it.
gave me a rush. But it was the bit after where you come round and you feel totally weightless.
I
It's
pre-ordered
complete,
it day
off
one.
bank. You're off camber, aren't you? Going
Yeah,
around
and because the way the restraints are, you feel like you're literally going to come out. And I was like, I'm absolutely terrified with this. And I was like, I'm not a fan.
I was gonna
It's a
say
big
they've
no.
only been
But
talking
the
about
ride
water
itself is
parks.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm still yet to do Hyperia. That's hopefully on my my list of things to do next year.
Yeah, it was.
yeah, they said they're gonna do some
we
Switch
were up there. We were
tracks
chatting to John from Early Magic Makers, and he was a really
Yes.
cool.
Wish they'd
We'll
fix the
have-
physics.
I think
I
we've
do
got a video
too.
being
It's
made
not
for
like
it,
a
but,
huge thing for
I
me,
got
but it is
chance
for a
to
lot of
chat with
people,
him, and
so
he
I
said
hope
that
they
he
fix
used
them
the
as
original
well.
Panic Coaster 1 to test Hyperia. Once he designed it, he put it in to see if it actually worked.
Wow.
Which is
Which is
awful.
really cool, and he was like, he
don't think it's
was
that
doing
bad.
stuff when he was playing with Panic Coaster 2, and he was clearly testing something else.
I
he was
probably will,
working on.
but
the guy's a genius and also
not-
a madman because that ride
They're
is
just
crazy.
building something
Right,
to.
so I've put in a little bit of a start to this. I'm going to stick in some brakes here. And we're going to
What's wrong with going
bring
quickly
ourselves
through turns?
round
That's fun.
To our first special element. So say,
What are we gonna
for
do?
example here, say this is like on a mountain and we've just gone kind of inside the house. Let's go with something like that.
So as you're doing this, are you thinking?
They only
through
got
what
an
you
hour,
think
though,
the
so
thing
they
might
can't
be?
spend
Normally
that
when I
much
build
time.
coasters like this, I have like a rough idea, but normally I just build a layout and go,
Yeah,
okay, and then I'm just going to
I got
start
deluxe as
Cool.
well.
theming
Yeah.
around it just to see what works.
That's interesting because there's a question I asked John,
Yeah.
and he gave the same answer. Maybe there's something
Well,
in it.
the
Maybe
Frontier
you're also
developers
doing
aren't going to
something.
create
mean,
anything crazy.
Getting to design a real
doing a
world
drop track?
ride would be.
Oh,
would
look,
be
he
pretty
said
amazing.
anyone can do it, and I think you
Yeah.
could do it. You could absolutely do it.
So this is the drop track special piece that we've got here. So there's two variants of it. So there's one that will send the train forwards after you've done the drop sequence, and there's one that sends the train backwards as well.
Okay. What are you going for?
I feel like we have to go backwards because then we've almost got an excuse to throw in a switch track later on.
I mean, they want to
So
see a
that-
switch
yeah,
track.
exactly.
They definitely want to see a switch track. So let's do that.
Let's go.
Verbroka says can't wait to play. Yeah, look, it's not long. Like it's surreal for us now because
What is it,
it's
6 days?
6
now?
days.
6 days. It feels so weird because obviously so much goes into this. So we were making the game for a long time, and then we start the marketing campaign.
It
and
feels
now,
like only yesterday we actually
Yeah.
revealed the game. It's crazy.
I remember being in the office upstairs.
Yeah, it's
Titan,
modeled
which
off
is
of
our
13.
big office.
That's what the
And we
inspiration
had
for
the
this
teaser stream on,
ride
which is the
type
back
is.
screen with all the music and the sound effects playing, and then we went into a trailer. But again,
I don't
that's
think they're
what we
hiding
did
anything in the
yesterday.
Watching the
stations.
chats as
I
well.
think the
So we have
stations are
chats
going to stay
open,
the same.
Everyone in the boardroom,
At least for the
we can
launch.
see all of you getting very excited and theorizing as to what you were about to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, deluxe for $2
yeah,
more.
getting to actually
Nice.
reveal it was,
I think it was on sale
pretty
at,
big
on the
moment, I think,
PlayStation
for
Store.
all of us.
Yeah, it was fun. It was really, really fun. We've done loads of stuff.
cool.
We've been to Germany, went to Gamescom, we had a stand at Gamescom. We were at TikTok at EGX just the other week. There's just tons of stuff, but it just feels like it's gone by in a flash.
Yeah,
And
it
now
really
we're here.
has.
And it's fun, but equally terrifying because you're still like, well, and that's it now. We've got to wait.
Yep.
Got to wait.
I think they avoided POVs on the
Okay,
water slides
so
because they
I've
were still
got,
kind of janky when it
my
came to
little
like
Backwards
visual
section
glitches.
here. We're gonna
So they didn't want to show too much of that off because it was
track
still a
house
work in
again.
progress.
Star Spy, you're talking about
I
Dark
think
Rides.
that's
If
the
you want to
main
check out
reason
Dark
why.
Ride, there'll be the VOD from yesterday where we had a couple of Dark Rides showcased in there, or one Dark Ride in particular we showcased that you were building actually.
Yes.
You will
with
never
help
use this
from,
coaster type. Why not?
With help from chat, because they named the
It's
rides.
so many
We did
cool
live.
things. You get switch
So
tracks.
have a look at that stream back, but you can absolutely make Dark Rides
You
in
get
this.
so
The
many
lighting
different
is
things.
fantastic. You probably see some of this.
I'm
going
gonna
to
be using this one a lot.
Yes.
Please have a check. There's plenty of tracked rides you can use for Dark Rides, which is super cool for this. Loads of animatronics pieces you can put in there. So by all means, there's plenty to do with Dark Rides in Plan Code 2.
Absolutely. That's going to be probably my first port of call.
Oh, there are
Game
Dark Rides?
releases,
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
Dark
Different
Rides.
types of switch
But
tracks.
I'm going to do something similar to this, but rather than going for Haunted House, there's some really lovely like corrugated iron and stuff in the aquatic theme.
Anyways, we got over
steampunk,
300
Oh, nice.
viewers
grungy, very scary.
on the stream. Thank you
Probably
guys so
a
much
dark
for being
coaster,
here,
so-
guys.
But these are our switch tracks. So there's two variants
Over
of this.
on
One will
Vertical Live,
send you
we're
one
at
way, one will
23
send you the other.
viewers. So.
Yeah.
And depending on like whenabouts you put these in your layouts, obviously it will reverse the train. So right now,
Appreciate you guys being here.
this is going to reverse the train going back to going forwards again. So that's what we're going to do here. I think I'm actually going to just modify this slightly. I'm going to flatten it out on the curve instead.
And the other thing as well, I think, just whilst you do the switch track, the other thing to note about the dark rides and stuff like that.
Trust me, I wish they were on all the coaster types as well, but they would have to do a lot of animations and stuff because you have to do it each coaster type.
Yeah.
Because I know that in the original Planet Coaster it was more of
Be kind of probably a little difficult, but I'm not saying that that's not giving them an excuse. But I'm hoping maybe the mods come in and make it happen.
So it's very, very simple.
And it's simple, but it's also in depth, right? So you can do like sequences within sequences and stuff like that. It's like Christopher Nolan made it. Like you can
go
for
your birthday. Mom got the deluxe for you.
And also just like the fact we can now put scenery on rides, we can put animated pieces on moving pieces with sequences and stuff like that. And I generally can't wait to see what the community does with this.
The possibilities are genuinely endless.
Yeah, I mean, I watched. It's one of my favorite stories, but I'm a huge James Cameron Aliens fan, and one of my favorites.
Are they building from the back? We can build from the back.
I forget the name of the creator that they made.
That was one of the concerns. You can build from the back of the station now.
Entire story of aliens in a roller coaster.
That's incredible.
And it's just so cool.
They got that fixed. Sweet.
Planko 1, we have to do that. Like
I know it was a minor thing. I knew they had to add it, but
explain it in Planko 2. That would be.
You can build from the back now.
Absolutely.
You weren't able to do that at first.
Seeing what people were able to
for a while, at least in the older builds,
was already impressive. When they get their hands on this next week, it's going to make everything I've done just feel so.
The only thing is, I think they've showed off pretty much everything that's going to be in the game. I don't think there's much
cool stuff though.
I don't think there's really anything else to reveal.
Seeing what
you keep saying
they're
showing off the same stuff. It's because they don't have anything else to show.
Because I've got.
Remember, we have who knows how many more years of updates and DLC.
With the tools,
so there's a lot more coming.
Things like scenery scaling that's the thing I keep going on about. I won't shut up about it. That has made. The possibilities are absolutely endless. Like I went back and looked at some of the old parks I built in Planet Coaster 1 and.
Yeah, I wish it was on more coaster track types, say the Mine Train needs to have a switch track.
For me, the scenery scaling is one, but also the scenery brush is another.
Hopefully they'll add like a no limits where you can
just paint
add it to maybe more of them.
And stuff super quick.
Yeah.
I've said it before, like when I used to plant down like individual trees or rocks, it never felt random enough because I was putting them down.
It does kind of suck that it's only going to be on a couple of coaster types.
It doesn't feel natural. With the brush, just makes it feel natural. And you can obviously go in and remove individual trees.
If we keep telling Frontier we want more, want them on more of the coasters,
I realize that
you're really good at listening to the feedback, so.
Give yourself the trains going around while you're building this. So I'm just
I'm hyped for what is coming later down the line.
Drop track here.
So maybe you wouldn't work in health and safety.
No, maybe not.
Just gonna wing it.
The beauty of the drop track is obviously you have got the initial delays and things like that. So you could set up a trigger point just before the track here. So when the train comes onto it, you might have something happen, like some sparks or it explodes.
Yeah, you can smooth forward and backwards now.
You give yourself that option, then it does obviously launch you backwards or forwards depending on which one you've used. So the track does go a little bit higher here, or it's about the same height. So I'm going to give it a little bit of juice to come off the drop track here to make it a little bit quicker. And I can do the same thing with the switch track as well. That doesn't need to be as quick because that's just going to go straight back into the station.
Yeah, hopefully
try not to go too
they'll address that at some point.
Much harder on the
maybe in a future update.
So now let's have a look and
with the having like exit pools where guests won't enter, they'll only exit.
This actually makes it round.
So far, I mean, just come out of the station. So far, so good. Using my non-professional eye, this looks fine.
The question is, would you ride this?
I rode
only certain coasters will have switch tracks, drop tracks, and stuff.
The only thing I really don't like is the initial drop. But I think that's the joy of a roller coaster, right? You do the initial drop, and then you get the rush.
You get the thrill in, and then everything else feels like nothing comparatively.
Yeah. Someone said, is this the final version of the game? It's pretty much as close to the final version of the game you're going to get. So yeah, this is very much what you're going to be getting on day one. So yeah, enjoy. But so far, so good. Looks all right. So all okay.
I think our crash test.
Why is the switch track curve unbanked? I don't think there's an option to bank it, unfortunately.
Down a little bit.
I mean, there's almost only so much they can do. I mean, unless they had a banked option. I could see it for swing launches might have the option to bank it, but
if I had hours
that's the piece.
I would be feeling
I guess you could fix that if you had a banked option as well.
So now it's going to come onto the drop track. I could probably speed the tyres up because the drop track entry is a bit quicker, and then this is going to drop.
Okay, nice.
As of right now, it doesn't look like you can have both tracks on both sides.
So now it's just a case of hoping it gets
at
to
the moment.
the switch track, which
I
I
have
think it will.
full faith in you.
Yeah, I think it will. I think we're good.
It's pretty slow.
I can't remember. Oh, are we going to make it?
It's getting there. Yeah,
We're gonna make
it's got.
I can't remember what they call it. Oh, John did explain it. If a coaster sort of
stalls or valleys.
valleys, that was
Yeah.
it. If a coaster valleys, yeah. But I think you're fine. I think you're okay here.
I think we're
You
good, so it's got a
could
bit
do
of
Expedition
juice coming out
Everest,
of
but
there.
you're not going to be able to use the
Hit a
line
little bit of
train.
brake run,
And then we're back.
and then it goes back to the station.
I think
Alright,
swing
so you
launches
take
will
this
be
way, you're happy
added.
where
I
it
think
sits.
I'm just gonna make these lift hills a little bit quicker, because obviously
Just not by day
if
one.
the lift hill is quicker, it'll give it a little bit more oomph as it starts going around the track. Because why not?
I think switch tracks are going to be, or like swing launches will be once they get the, say, the Intamin Blitz coaster in there.
And then
I feel like that will be a special track for that,
that's it.
where you can do a swing launch with the switch track.
Speed these up a little bit, just so it's not so slow.
Yep.
Because remember,
cool.
this isn't going to
There we go.
be,
So because
the-
I'm not using
the game's
going to
get lots of updates later on.
Fish for people.
and lots of stuff, so we got lots of stuff.
Excuse me.
This isn't the end.
Can
Is
I-
there an
there we go.
alternative track?
Slightly shorter
for
train.
the-
Now I can stick 2 in.
Perfect.
The minimum
that.
interval is set to 30 seconds, which is
what's that
perfect
mean?
because obviously
MDC.
the thing about using special
Still
elements
done.
like this is they have a reset time.
Yeah. You don't come
So
straight behind it.
if you accidentally
Yeah.
send a train out straight away, the drop track might not be in place for the next
Way
train.
more of a
and-
drop than you anticipate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of everybody's worst, like genuine fear
Yeah.
with a coaster with drop tracks in it. So there's our coaster.
All
Yeah,
right.
they did
We good.
show
There's
off the
our
mat
sort of-
slides
our
for
pieces
the
we're
deep
gonna be
dive
working from.
yesterday,
Palette. Let's pull this a little bit closer towards the entrance.
which was pretty
'Cause
cool.
Then eventually, if we get time, we'll get the paths in, we'll get people on it. There we go. Okay, so
I think we'll get
first
more
thing-
later on.
we're going to do.
Yeah, I was
which
going
is
to say, where
my-
do you start?
So
Intimate
me, I
multi-dimensional.
start
Oh,
with the,
okay.
terrain.
Sorry.
So
Yep.
this is something Adam showed off yesterday and unlocked. You can just double
I
click the
don't
terrain.
think
bada
there
boom, you've got
is.
your terrain tools.
I haven't seen
This is the
an
moment
alternate
that
track
kinda
for it
clicks,
yet.
when you get your hands on Planet Coaster 2, you don't know how you could have lived without it.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think
It's so
when he
useful.
showed yesterday,
Not
like double
yet, I've only
you
seen
can
the
literally announce
flat
the menu,
track
right? You just double click on the thing you
so
want to do,
far.
and it just brings up the menu for it. So
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it's so cool.
Just click down, and we can start building up. So I'm going to start. So I could do this with.
Yeah, I
with-
think we
with
might get
scalable
to loading
rocks,
stations at some
as
point.
well.
Yep.
Because if I do
I think
that,
some of the
I've done
stuff will
some
come
blueprints,
just later on.
That you will see next week. Actually,
Yeah, indoor water parks. That will be fun.
but not yet. That use.
You have anything inside the haunted
that
house?
you
It's
use,
just like a
the
facade.
rocks
It's
for
not.
Instead, we showed that.
It was just a blueprint they put down.
It's like 500%. So if you're wanting to build
That's all.
a rock formation around your coaster that you can save as a blueprint, then you can do that.
I hope they
So
add
it's
like
a
a
bit of
indoor
more
section
like
for like the
whole
switch track
thing,
and
rather
drop
than
track.
use
That'd be
terrain
cool.
for this, for the sake of for the sake of speed, but also because
Trying to make a
it's so-
spooky themed coaster, like
So-
for Halloween. So
Pull this a little bit higher around the back. So I'm thinking about where we're
set
going
up
to
the
put
coaster to
house.
use the
Okay.
station
It's gonna be on the
instead
top
of
this.
blocks.
So
They
at the
load
moment,
multi-
my terrain is clipping through the track because that is a setting we can turn off.
There we go.
Terrain collision is. Terrain
Yeah, no
collision is
problem.
on, coaster
All they've done
collision
is place that
off,
and then
so I
build
think
this
if I do
coaster, so-
that, if my calculations are correct, hopefully this will start to kind of build around it. Yes,
Ah,
there
nice.
we go. Thank
Nice,
goodness for
nice,
that.
nice.
So
There
we
we go.
can just start
You're jumping
swallowing
right
this up.
into
Obviously,
a
if you
park
do
day
decide to
one
build
or
the mountain
something.
first, you have got the auto tunnel
First.
tools.
And I was going to say, it will
on,
cut straight
and
through
it will
it.
just,
Yeah.
I think you can set the diameter of how much.
It just
leeway you've
depends.
got,
The
and it will
first thing
just-
I'm gonna do
you've
is
got to cut
really
through the terrain.
familiarize
Yeah.
myself
but
with
for me,
how
I've always
everything
been
works.
someone to build a terrain after.
I'm
'cause
going to
I'm a
be
bit
placing down
different,
everything
I've
to
built the
see
layout,
everything
what's
that's in
most
the
important to
game,
begin with.
and playing
So
around
we've
with
got
it.
some, like, spooky,
And then I'll probably
crypty
wait
tunnels
to do a
with some
park,
fog
a
in
full-on
there.
full
That's
park.
cool.
I might do a
particle
mini
emitters and the
park,
effects and things like
but
that. Still got
I'm going to
those.
be streaming a lot after this game comes
I'm
out.
gonna swallow this
A
up.
lot.
It's just so quick.
So you'd be
Exactly,
able to
yeah.
launch
Just like, oh, there
water
we go, and that's
coaster.
the tunnel
You
done.
can do like water coasters. They do have launches.
Cool. And this will really show actually
on the
inside as well. You'll
flumes.
really get to see the new
That is
lighting as well,
possible,
so
I've
it's
seen it.
actually dark in there now, right?
You can
really
actually do
impressive.
upward
Let's
launches.
do a-
So you can do sections.
So how long is that?
Kinda like
That
water
section,
coaster
that
styles.
Dark section backwards off the.
I don't think you can do a complete loop though.
So let's jump forward.
Scare actors, oh, that'd be cool.
Let chat ride. So I have done some smoothing on these. So hopefully,
See
And
how
a
this
more
looks.
pleasant ride.
yeah, it'd be a more pleasant ride. So
You go
it's
through,
really nice and smooth.
and then
Oh, look how
It's
dark.
like
dark.
pitch black.
Yeah, and then we come
And
into
then
the light.
boom, you get this lovely like HDR
Yeah.
bloom.
Nice. Nice.
So we're going to slowly
Final
make our
track
way
design
through the
is
spooky hoose
getting some
onto
love.
our
The way the
drop
track
track.
looks is amazing. Yeah, we didn't get a track that looked like this in the first game with the
What
cross
hour
diagonal
Planko 2
ties.
release? I believe it's 3 p.m. UK time. So I can't do different time zones because I'm rubbish.
GMT.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go backwards. And then hopefully we'll go almost immediately into a tunnel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the lighting's so much better.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh, it's not much of a tunnel. I need to enclose
It's all right.
the rest of it.
It's all right.
But
It's a starter. It's a starter tunnel. It's a baby tunnel.
So
and then,
excited.
yeah, onto the switch track.
That's
just,
Steampunk Park, that would be
I
cool.
love
I
what
did
the,
work
the
on
audio
my
team have done on the
steampunk
Switch
build.
tracks. They've got this really satisfying sort of.
My last
the
Planet
hits
Coaster
of
1
the
project,
hydraulics
I've been
and
working on a
comes into place.
steampunk area. It
It all
turned out
just
really
sounds
cool.
Fantastic.
Sure to check
Always
that out if you
are
haven't.
always exceptional. I mean, I've been on multiple projects with them, but there's a really fun video.
I've always wanted to do a
I think
steampunk theme.
I think it's Josh. Might be Josh. I'm forgetting the name, but he's jumping onto a rubber ring just in the back room.
I think I saw this. Yeah.
He's just diving onto a rubber ring to get that sound effect. But obviously we're flying through this, so I'm sure players will spend forever doing all this sort of stuff. But we're just
Exactly.
we're going to quickly do the
What
terrain.
would that be at my time?
Then we're going to build a house. Then we're going to light it.
3
and then we're going
PM.
to change the time of day. And then we're going to ride our spooky ride, or our haunted ride,
GMT
rather. It's
Central.
Halloween.
Exactly.
That would
So
be
I'm gonna-
10 a.m.
I
for
I
me.
showed this as a little tip and trick to
That's
people
what
watching
he
last
said.
week. If you've got a big space you want to fill in, you don't want to fill it with
Time City
foliage.
2.
give yourself a little lake.
My
Water
first
is your
big
friend.
It looks
project
like
is going to be
water,
very
like,
similar to
it's
Time City.
Phenomenal. Like it really does.
All the trees in the background look good. Yeah, they look
There are
fantastic.
3 different flavors.
I love the looks of the biomes. They look
in
great.
this game.
Not drinkable.
Not
but-
drinkable.
Not drinkable.
One of them does look quite drinkable, I will say.
Yeah, add water.
So I can just again double click, pull up my water. So you've got the clear water, which is your.
Oh, that
nice,
looks
luscious
good.
Blue. The caustics look incredible.
Look
Yep.
at that.
You have a rough water, which is your. You probably save this for like.
It looks
bigger
different
Yeah.
when it's
lakes.
shallower.
Yeah.
And then there's also natural water, which is probably what we'll go for, which is a little bit sort of dirtier, a little bit murkier.
More befitting of a spooky scene or haunted
Exactly.
Water
Yeah.
looks so much better.
So we're then I'm gonna paint. So obviously beneath it at the minute is grass, which doesn't
Yes,
look that
it is the
realistic.
new
but
Planet
in
Coaster
temperate, we've
game.
got gravel. So we can
Red River,
Just
bring back
add some
Red
gravel
River.
underneath the water.
Yeah.
And then I think as my base.
Anyone
layout
else
for
draw out
this,
the
this
park
is- this is a
layouts? I
pointed
plan a
area
little
where it's
bit.
still soil to start with.
A
Yeah.
little
I know
bit.
it looks a bit plain at the moment.
But you know what you
Bear
say,
with me.
trust the process.
Trust the
Right?
process,
So you
exactly.
have to, whenever you, I do tend to,
Link
a tiny bit of
information on
painting,
custom
and the
video.
one
Yeah,
thing
you
I thought
should
very
be able to
early
do
on was
custom
trust your
videos,
process.
images,
It
and
will-
music.
It will start
That is
looking,
confirmed,
oh,
yes.
It's not going the way I want it to go, but just, it takes time, right? A little bit of
You
this,
are
a
able
little
to
bit
do
of
that.
and you're there.
Exactly.
Oh, we
do
get
that
so
and
many
start
more
having a look at
textures now.
some of the-
Look at that. You can go over. There's 2 pages of textures.
So yeah, the trains are going round. They're quite happy. The 30-second interval means that nobody's
I have a
falling off the
switch
track.
track
Yep.
with the
Which is
train on it.
nice.
Not in
It's
the
also
front
fun
of
to
the
watch though
train.
when they do, especially if you test a track in an open park and they bounce into the guests. I'm not
Exactly.
suggesting you do that, chat, but people will do this.
I believe there's a video that's already gone out. of that,
There's
is there
going to
not?
be another one as well.
Oh,
There's
right.
another one coming as well, which I looked at today. And
These poor guests. The game's not even out yet, and they're already being
Yeah.
sent to the heavens.
But I mean, if you do watch last night's stream as well, you can interact with your guests in more than one way. You can, if they got a balloon, you can if you so choose, you can nip down and just pop the balloon with the mouse.
Pop the balloons,
or you can
yeah.
pick up the guests and their family and drop them in the pool.
In
And get
all
them
the hours
soaking
I've
wet.
had in this game so far, I never knew you could do that.
There we go. So
Even I learned something new yesterday.
yeah, so I think Adam Woods, who everyone thinks was a lovely guy, is just like clearly not. Like he's clearly finding ways to not harm,
IGN
but just make the
Showed
day
off
a
the
bit more
improved rain. I haven't looked.
If you're online and
I haven't
you've
seen the
that
rain-
Adam
new
has gone
rain
to visit
yet.
your franchise park to see what's happening, you might have to go and fish some guests out of the pool.
You
Yeah, I mean,
could
that's
add those
He had
in those
lifeguards.
different biomes.
And
You would
that's
just
fine.
have to
That's
do
true,
a
yes.
custom biome with the different.
And you know what? If they're
custom
wet, they want to use
textures.
the dryer, get some more money, right? So
Exactly,
just,
yeah.
just throw everyone in the pool. Just
Have
throw
you
everybody in the
actually
pool.
used one of those dryers?
So, funny story. Yeah, producer Adam just looked over at me. Yes. So when I went to Thorpe Park, I recorded a small. It's not yet to go out yet. I stood in the splash zone.
Found you by accident this evening because I wanted to see
for
this live
tidal
stream.
wave,
Good to
and
be
I was
here.
like, oh, I'll see
Well,
if I
good
can
to
get
have
my
you here.
water.
At Thorpe Park.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
3 out of 3 runs. The first run, a tiny splash of water. Second run, a little spray, and I was like, this isn't going to make great content. So I just took one step to my right, and I got hit by a wall of water that nearly put me on on my back, and I was
Yeah, I can't get here
drenched.
soon enough.
Yeah.
So I went and paid whatever it was. I think it
I
might have been
requested
£4.
multiple days
£4.
off
It
in a
might be
row,
£4.
That's
so
the
I'd
thing,
get
though. Whenever I see those
as much
dryers, I just
playing
look at it
time
and
as
go,
I
"Okay,
can.
I'm not
And it
I'm not interested."
basically dried my hands, and that was all it did.
I think
was
we
still
will
like,
get the
all of my
new
clothes
gen
were still-
Intamin
were
Blitz.
still dry.
We just gotta be a
You
little
stand
patient.
there
I
and
think
obviously,
we'll be in a
it didn't
DLC
help that it was,
probably.
October, so it's not the greatest of weather outside.
Some of the most
anyway, but
requested
you stand in the middle of the
coaster
dryer,
types, I
and
feel, are
you
all
only
going to
get the
be
heat from one
DLC.
side, 'cause the other side doesn't reach
They're
you,
gonna
'cause the air
profit
is so,
off of them.
the ambient air is so cold that the heat just dissipates by the time, so you're only drying one side of you. So I have used a dryer, and I wouldn't recommend.
No.
Bring a change of clothes; it's just a lot quicker.
Okay. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to grab
Doesn't
my. I
reset
think I've already got my
texture
swatch still. I'm gonna
anytime.
grab my swatch from
I think
my
you could do
wall.
that in Planet
This
Coaster
is
1. You
a
just had to
wooden
have the
wall.
set the
I think
setting
this
correctly.
Is from Resort, but it might be the default.
Yeah, I like
theme
that
of the Planet
wooden-
Coaster theme.
Those wooden
And we're
pieces.
going to go to our station building because it's always where. Sometimes I feel like this is where I want to start because I want
My
to save the
schedule
house.
never set.
uh,
Oh yeah,
in
I
the
gotta.
middle
I
until
gotta.
kind of
No,
more
it's
towards the
14
end.
hours.
So we can go
14-hour
into,
cleaning shift. Thanks to
uh,
Steve. I'm
yeah,
gonna put it up
lighting
on the trade board.
Station, and that gives us our starting grid
Perfect.
for the station platform. So we can go to wood. Let's filter it down to walls specifically. More down towards bottom, it's these guys. I think these are resort. Looking at the colorway, these
I
do
would
look
say they
quite,
are,
I think
yeah,
they
yeah,
are
yeah.
quite
I like
resorty.
those.
But that's the beauty of flexi color. We love. We
Change the
stand
color,
for
too.
colour.
Yeah,
So
I
just
the-
take that and boom, it's spooky now.
done.
Look at that.
Playing the first game
And that's
for
what we
8
were saying, like,
years. I've
literally,
mostly
I
been
mean, I
playing
think
it for 9
where
because
we want people
I
to be,
played
mean,
pre-alpha.
Players will naturally gravitate towards doing this, but it's just
Hawk
like
Right Spinner,
and
Intamin
for
Blitz,
players that maybe
Become
need to play code, just
Unrooted.
understanding that the tools are
Fine.
incredibly
Yeah,
powerful.
I'm sure
and
that a lot of
versatile.
those will be in
And
DLC.
We've given you a great amount of set themes to start, but you can
Planet Coaster
absolutely
3
convert
win,
these into
probably in
almost
like
anything.
8 to 10 years.
So I
if I had
think
to guess.
again, when we went to Thorpe Park, we sent the challenge out to create a
Hey, Planet Coaster 2 does well.
mimic Hyperion, so we could build
financially for
Hyperion,
them.
memory.
Yeah,
And
you could-
utilising all the scene parts.
I
to make
bet
it
there'd
more
be a
Hyperion
third one.
and stuff like that. It was just really cool to watch. So
It's
very
mighty,
exciting.
mighty impressive.
So let's
seeing
release
what
Planet
people
Coaster
create.
2 first.
And yeah, so when people get their hands on this, and you've got things like the scenery scaling to hand, it's gonna really. Like, I'm really impressed. Like even with the original
Intamin
Planet Coaster
prefab,
with the art shape, seeing
that'd
what
be
people
awesome.
managed to make.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was mighty, mighty impressive. So having these much more
That'd be
powerful
sweet.
tools to hand is going to make things even better.
So what you did there is you built that run, then you copied it and
And I
duplicated
just
it, right?
duplicated it down, yeah. It
Yeah.
just saves me a bit of time. Obviously, I am more on the clock, as it were.
Yeah. I'm not
this
gonna
evening.
judge you. This is your final masterpiece. Don't worry. But what I am impressed with is showing that once you get used to the tools, just how quickly you can do
Exactly,
stuff. Right?
and-
Like it will take a little bit of time if you're new
Yeah.
to it, but the versatility and the ease of these tools is evident. Like, and you can absolutely just build this stuff really quickly.
Exactly. And the vast majority of your muscle memory from the original Planet Coaster will stick.
Fine.
Yeah.
Flexi color on mini much.
don't
Yeah,
worry
they're
too
doing
much
a
that it's
lot
gonna
of
feel
more
like a whole
flexi color
experience.
now.
Obviously, there are new nuances to get used to.
Disney
but nothing that's
licensing.
gonna, really throw you off.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about
What are we
that.
going for here? Is this like a corner
So
piece?
I'm debating. I
If
think
it's
I might
wo-
actually
if
go
it's
for
done well.
standard kind of pitched roof here. So this is the aged wooden roof. I think this
6
is also
days.
from Resorts. I've got my darker swatch here. I think I'm going to pull this down a little bit. I'm going to kind of almost extend the
I
station
see.
platform
Yeah,
out a
yeah,
little
yeah,
bit,
yeah,
just so
yeah.
it's not like a tall box. I realise I've done the wall all the way down, but
That's fine.
this is the beauty of building. You look at it, you'll modify it, you'll change it, and you go, oh, this works, this doesn't, okay. But once you've got your
It does
web
work
stuff in
for like
place,
a haunted theme.
things will just start to click and
Yeah.
you start to understand what you're doing. So I've taken these, and this is why I did my homework this morning. So I had an idea of how I wanted things to look, what pieces to use. But when you've got the game and you get a chance to dig through the scenery, like it's reached the point now where I can just kind of think of something and I know the game enough now
Yeah.
to kind of think, oh, I could use this piece of scenery. Or there'll still be points, like for example here, on the top I wanted to have like a weather vane, and I couldn't for the life of me think about what to use. So in the end I've used a cog from the Viking theme
Yeah.
and a fish from mythology theme, and the cog was already like steel black, and then the fish is flexi color. It normally looks like marble.
Yeah.
So I just made them both black, and bosh, there's now a fish.
But
There's
this
the
is what I
thing.
mean. It's so clever. Like how you can use separate pieces to create something entirely new.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. Something's called the spooky
And
fish. Should
367
be already saved that
viewers,
as,
man.
in their workshop.
Can we
Spooky
push to
fish
400?
there.
That'd be
I
awesome.
mean, that haunted house there, that is already on the workshop, ready
Wow.
for you
Yep. So we
on
need,
November the 6th.
Yeah.
If you want that spooky house and stick it in your park,
it's yours.
you can do that because it's already there. So I'm just going around now and
Curious if
just
they're going to
filling in
do
these
any
gaps.
more than this,
So,
or if
like,
they're
for
going to
example,
do
the back side of this
something else.
station
Said they
platform,
aren't
I
going to
don't
do
need
a
worry too
park
much about
just
doing too much with, because
haunted.
you know the
type of
reality
coasters,
is
so-
no one's going
Yeah.
to see it. I love building in this game with the with that kind of thing in mind. So, for example, in the dark rides that were shown in Unlocked for yesterday, we had this facade in front of the building, and then the rest of it was just breeze block wall.
That's what I loved, because when
Yeah.
we panned over it, it was like a proper
It
actual.
looks like a real ride.
Exactly that. You've got that massive facade with all the lovely animatronics and the fish on the front, and then when you panned up and looked over, it's just like it's just a block. It's just a breeze block warehouse almost that we've themed inside. But
It's
the guests would
completely
never see it.
cosmetic.
Yeah.
But I know that for people like me who would enjoy that, so I'm just trying to get this into place. There we go. For people that enjoy going into that sort of detail, you know, you've got that. The ducts they've added in to the scenery pieces are amazing. I would have, you know, killed for something like that in the original Planet Coaster. So I think I've got some kind of auto raising. I think that might be a setting that I've not turned off,
I believe in you. There you go.
because things are like snapping around a little bit.
An RMC Raptor in the game yet? Nothing confirmed, no. We are getting the T-Rex. I feel like it'll probably be more of a
Flexicolor these together.
DLC.
That's also the width of your
Just
end
'cause
as well,
it's
isn't it,
so-
the three?
Yep. So
requested.
take those. Put a 3
Hopefully
there.
sooner rather than later, though. If that's the case.
Put a 3 there. And select just all of those. And just drop them on that side. So now I've got
You've got your little mini roof at the bottom
a
there.
little roof at the bottom. So let's start going upwards a little bit. I'm not going to go too hard on this. Just going to kind of do as quick of a...
The thing is, I know that there's going to be some incredible builds though. Like I know people are going to, and we're using basic. I say we. You are using basic
yeah.
shapes here. Like we're not. There's lots of different. You can probably see some of it just now. Chat if you're looking down into what's available to you. There's loads of
Yeah,
stuff.
remember, we're going to be
you can
getting
do here,
tons of
and we're just
DLC.
using
We're going
very
to get
basic
tons of
stuff, and
updates.
what you'll be able to do with this is like almost limitless. Almost. Limitless.
Exactly. And once you get...
Yes,
you get past this
DLC,
point, 'cause,
because
you
they
know,
know it's super
every build
requested.
in Planet Coaster that you've seen in the past, even the most elaborate, ridiculous things, they all start out looking like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like they all start out as boxes. I mean, this is arguably just a box, and then all of the detail that goes on top of
Yep.
that. So the stuff that isn't on the grid, the stuff that's there from the freeform props that you can scale and stuff like that. You know,
Yep.
that's where all the detail comes in.
It goes back to trust the process, right? Like
Exactly,
you have to understand, have a vision, and work way through it. So I take it you've got. I was going to say you having your entrance and exits.
Yeah,
this way.
I'm gonna pop my entrance down. I'm gonna pop my exit down as well. So I'll pop those in there. Is the park open?
There is
I
no
think it
spooky
currently is, 'cause I
theming.
need
This
to make
is
up. I
made
don't-
from the other themes.
The ride's not ready.
It's not ready yet.
Pretty
You have to
impressive.
wait.
It's not ready yet. So we're gonna get a queue. Let's go for.
Oh yeah, there'll be a lot more DLC for Planet Coaster
let's
2
go
than
for
Planet
the
Coaster
wooden
1.
I think.
For sure.
I'm gonna give it a wooden rail.
100%.
I'm gonna have this. So you've got this lovely
We add in
spline
DLC,
tool,
like
so
a
you can show
rare-
off paths.
Yeah,
less
I mean the
requested
pathing. People went nuts
model.
when you first showed the pathing. I mean, there's things you can do. There's the pathing tool. You can create plazas. You can draw paths. You can stamp paths. You can do the same
I mean,
pools
hang out
and stuff
yeah,
like
exactly.
that.
Even
So
chat is nuts.
I think it was actually
Hey,
Johnny
you're more than welcome to
himself
hang out
who showed
with
me
us.
the path edit tool that Adam did yesterday. You
Let me think of a
select
rare
the-
model.
the
Maybe an
sort of vertices
Alpine
and you pulled
coaster.
it out.
Out.
I'd not even.
I think that's
touched that.
pretty
really?
well
I hadn't even touched
requested,
it. It
but
was Johnny who showed me that was a thing.
pretty requested. But,
In the same way that once we get round to it, I'll show
Yeah,
you.
I know. I hope they fix the
not even
slide
Johnny
physics.
knew.
It
So
won't be by
we're all
by
learning
release, but
stuff on the job, like how
maybe in an update.
how this game works and
But it's
how
just
much
a
there
load
is.
of really useful tools
Exactly,
that exist
yeah.
in the game. But yeah, I mean, and we mentioned Johnny before. Johnny's our CEO, Johnny Watts. He's got a very
Who's
very
playing?
long heritage with
The guy with the
sort of
keyboard.
coaster games,
Mm-hmm.
and that park he built, your
And
Fiddle
mouse.
Park, was generally his park, right? He spent
Yes.
hours making that
Yeah,
park.
yeah.
He generally loves playing the game. We all love playing the game. I'm just not as good at it as everybody else, so I get to talk. You get to do the hard work.
But that's the beauty of Planco 2 is you don't need to be a super duper expert builder. Like, you know, I do pride myself on the stuff that I've built in the past and what stuff I'm going to build and the stuff I've built
It's Hyper
here on the
GTX.
job
Oh, that
as
would be a
well.
good one.
But the beauty is you can
love
jump
that.
in with any level of experience and just
370
crack on.
viewers.
And
Thank you
things
guys
like
so much for being here.
Frontier Workshop is going to help you
370. I think it's the
so
highest we've
much
ever
if you
had
are
in the
jumping
stream.
into this for the first time. There are obviously a lot of blueprints already in the game.
Let's push 400.
You can use, but if there's
Do it.
something more specific you're looking for, there's probably a good chance somebody already built it.
It takes away that intimidation factor. Sometimes you go, oh, I'll never build something that good. I'll never look that great. But you can always
wish
go
it was
to the
me
workshop,
playing.
have a look and be like, actually, yeah, now my park looks phenomenal because I've utilised some other stuff.
I love that you can set the angle to the
the
elevated paths to whatever. You couldn't do that in Planet Coaster 1.
Pick apart.
You can set
somebody's
any
blueprint.
angle,
If somebody's
like,
done something, so say,
freely.
like
It's
this-
not snapped.
This haunted house. You look at it
love
and you think,
that.
oh, I'd really like to make something
So much
like that,
better.
but I want to make it look different to what you've done.
Yeah.
Like I think it's kind of obvious which
First saw our
existing
bobsled.
haunted house I very much based this one on, mainly because I was there only a couple of weeks ago.
Hyper GTX. 90%.
But
Man.
you can start picking these apart and start so almost like learning, because like the thing about the beauty about Planet Coaster 2 is the fact that
Mock spinners. Yeah, we
something-
need the
hopefully
extreme
something will just
spinner.
click.
Yep.
And that's
have
how it was
the
for me
family
playing the original
spinner.
Planet Coaster. You know, there's a particular
So great.
YouTuber who I started watching in 2016 when I first started playing Planet
I
Coaster.
love that we can use the advanced
And
move tool.
Just watching him do what he did,
for
just all of
the
a sudden it made me
pads.
go, oh,
Yeah.
okay, I can do that with it.
So
Why didn't I
eureka
think of that
moment.
before? And then since then, I've always been building things to within an inch of their lives, just
So
because
you're
that.
faster than the speeding light. So
Yeah.
I mean, you are fast, but you
Love
are
you for
used
the
to
win.
playing.
Thank
So-
you.
I am
Thanks so
used
much
to
for
playing
being
this. I would love to know how many hours I actually
You
have.
upload
in the
your
game, so-
stream.
Would you love
It
to know?
automatically
I
saves.
mean, I
so
would, because I can flex it at any opportunity.
Oh, that's true.
the stream will
Yeah.
automatically
What I can
save.
do now, I'm gonna
You
do
can
a
always play
priority
it
pass
back.
as well. So this
So,
was a feature
answer your
in
question?
the
Yes.
first Planet Coaster, but it has been changed.
Advanced move tool on paths is so good. It is.
Because it makes your sort of ride entrances look a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
And more akin to what you would see in real life. Because in the original Planet Coaster, you would build a priority
Yeah,
pass
the mock
entrance
spinner
that
is the
latch onto
family
the
spinner,
normal
kind of
queue
like
somewhere,
Sierra
and you almost make, like, a
Sidewinder
shortcut
that
route.
nods.
Right,
Like
okay.
that's
Now in Planet Coaster 2,
it's not the extreme
instead,
spinning coaster.
It
You
is
literally
now
have
its own queue.
Yeah.
Completely different model.
So when it comes to building up your entrances, and there's several of these in parks that I've built for various assets already. You've got that sort of entryway with the split thing that says, okay, your standby queues this side, your priority queues this side. You can put your signs in.
So it's cool how you can put the priority queue
Yeah.
right on the
You've got this
entrance
much more
now,
realistic sort of
or right
entrance
at
to
on
your
the
right.
platform now. That's cool. I like that.
So, okay, I've got my queues in. They're not the most amazing. Like obviously, if I was doing this properly, it'd be like snake around the path.
I don't like that there's Planet
we know
Coaster
you're the
logos
It's
on
fine.
them.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
It's okay.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay. I know
Why?
it's hurts you when you can't do it the way you want to make it. It's okay. It's all right. It's fine.
So, is this an odd number? Or is it? It's an odd number. Absolutely perfect. It's almost like I wanted it like that.
Star Splash says it's cathartic to see that pathing. It's like, well,
Yeah.
pathing was a big deal. Like we know it was.
Oh yeah.
I think we could have just stopped at pathing, but we haven't. We've done so much more.
Yeah,
of
they
that,
have an
and there's a lot
official
that's going
first-person
on.
mode now,
Yeah,
so you don't have to put in
absolutely.
Tejit
I
Cam
mean,
to get in there.
It's something that I'm sure that you're going to see in.
yes.
We've had some of the
Some
park build
coasters.
101 videos have gone out over the last couple of weeks, just showing park building. Like
Yep.
no fluff, just here's a park.
Is that you?
Over the shoulder.
That- I
Oh,
have
so
done
like,
one of them.
yeah, it's weird how that. I always,
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
Yours
very
your one,
odd.
is it?
They
You'll
changed some of
know
those.
Okay,
'Cause
all
it's,
right. Okay.
Like the wing
all right.
coaster has the
It's the advanced one.
the no-
So we've had
the-
Oh, I think I have seen it.
old
I
school
get to see
B&M
them obviously
restraints,
before
it's
they go
kinda
out,
weird.
So I think I may have seen
it is in the
Not like a
mythology.
deal
Yes,
breaker,
I
but
have
it's
seen it.
weird.
I've seen it.
Really good.
Okay.
391
Really good.
viewers.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, those have been going out. So that just shows you, and like some of the team in creative services, in the media team, they've taken those on. So we've had
Over
literally
400
people with
viewers. Thank you guys so
different
much for being
skill
here.
levels Actually, do
Let's go.
The assets with-
the relevant skill
We're at
level.
401
build. So
viewers.
somebody on our team who
Thank you
always
guys so
puts
much for
herself
being
down
here.
as, I can't build. It's
Push
like,
us after release.
don't put yourself down, and she's done the.
Oh, you guys have been talking over here too.
the beginners one, the basic one, but it goes to show how easy.
Been a
really
while,
is.
yeah, it has
Let's
been.
see if there's an auto stacking.
Still no gridded queues. Yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of like.
So there's a
Really
bunch of
better
obviously
slide
your
physics,
normal
parades,
stuff that I've
collabs,
got,
more theme parks companies like Universal or Disney, haunted mazes, scares. That'd be all be awesome.
I'm not sure.
All of those that you just listed.
You'll remember once you go back. You're like, that's the one. That's the thing I
Sweet.
clicked.
Yeah, potentially. I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll crack on. We'll crack on.
So we
It
are
runs bigger,
almost
bigger
almost
parts.
with
Me
about 80%
too.
of
I
the
think
station
it
done.
will.
Yeah, I think so.
It's
I'm just
way
trying-
better
'cause what I
optimized, you can
do is
tell.
then I can take
I still think you'll
inspiration
drop
from,
frame rates once
my sort
rates
of
when you're
windows and things that I've done already.
plug them
On the
all
other
in.
one,
to
I
those
just
larger
take them across,
parks, but
add them in,
it will be a lot better.
and I can show you how to like.
Look at that! Look how quick that was.
Bada
Just
boom.
like
Three
I
years
probably
since
should
you
have done it
played
with the
Planet
trims
Coaster.
as
Wow.
well, but I'm just.
Time to come out of
You
retirement.
know,
It's
you do
been
everything
a day for me, I think.
non-linearly.
Yeah.
In this, I'm just kind of like going as we go.
Autosave for
I think
Cathedral
we'll
is
make
steady
this
now.
a,
Is it? That'd be cool. But the
Oh,
autosave
yeah, I
doesn't
see what you're
seem
saying.
to
Yeah,
lag
yeah,
out the
that's
game
cool.
anymore, so I don't really care.
another, I need to put the. Actually, we'll put the pitch roof in first.
From what I've seen, like I've seen the game autosave and it didn't lag out the
So
game.
that can go in there like that. What I actually did, the dev's gonna hate me for this. Because
Yeah, hit that like button, guys.
Are you
Hit the
gonna
like
double?
button.
I'm gonna put it through the middle.
Getting Planet Coaster 2 content.
I'm trying to anyway. Normally I'd like overhang it by.
Finally,
2
European.
meters.
Oh, I
style.
see.
Technically
Yeah,
they're like
yeah.
slightly.
Stations are
clipping
mostly the
each other,
same, other than
actually.
vertical cues. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I was hoping the stations would be
Nice.
changed, but hey,
Yeah.
with all the stuff
Nice
they're
little
giving
detail.
us,
We're gonna go to,
you know, hopefully it'll be a thought, maybe in a
Get our
future
wood back.
update. But
and
But this is the
then-
thing I also like to watch our community do. So we have the tools. And we
Maybe
have
they'll
intended
have an
way to use
update
them,
that
and then we'll have how the
works
community
on the
use their tools.
stations.
And
I
it's
found
always
it.
like,
later
There
on.
it is,
oh, you
auto
found-
stacking.
There you go.
That's what was confusing me, because I was like, why is it moving?
to wait
I'm
and
not
see.
telling it to move. But again, that's a feature there for. It's not for people like me who like to be super duper intricate. But
Yeah.
if you're wanting to get your head around doing grid-based
we are
building
so
like this,
close. Real
it's just
man,
going to help
6
you.
days.
Yeah.
It's just going to go, okay, if
remember
you
when
want
it
this up
was
here,
months.
there you go, don't need to worry about I remember being a kid and playing an
Crazy.
old legendary park
Curious
sim
of how
and
long
just
they'll
not
be alive.
understanding how to lift things up
Yeah.
as a kid, because I couldn't work out how to do it. Obviously nowadays, like you hold shift.
Yeah,
Really,
but it's
back
weird
then
how
as a
stuff
kid,
like that. Like
I didn't know how to do it.
I mean,
I
I
was-
remember playing an RTS game that I used to play, a space RTS game, and shift was the first time I realised that you hold that down and you can elevate and go up and down. I was like, and then after that though, in every other game, that's it. Shift
You
is
just
up, clearly
assume,
is shift is
About
up and down.
custom
Yeah.
audio
But like I
video.
said,
I know you
that's
can
what I
put
mean.
custom audio and
Johnny
video in the
giving me,
game, just like Planet
like
Coaster
showing
1.
me the fact
That's
that you've got
already
these really
confirmed.
powerful path
We know that.
editing tools.
We know you can do
and
that.
Me not realizing it, and then me showing him a tool that
Yeah,
he didn't
kill your
realize he could
guess.
use.
Yeah.
So
You
we're
can
all learning,
torment them though,
all
which is
learning on
probably
the job.
worse.
but it just kind of goes to show how deep this game
Lawsuit
actually goes.
DLC.
Yeah, I mean, you can make it as detailed as you want, like as detailed as you want.
And the beauty is there are pre-made station blueprints. Adam showed one of those off yesterday and
Nice.
unlocked.
Yep.
Just showing a station. Obviously, it's more suited to like a particular
We're
length,
getting
but
more
as
and
he
more
showed with the,
content each day, though,
the snapping tools, you
in the
can just
game.
split it
Leading up to
apart,
release.
extend it,
Yep.
make it fit what you need it to, which is really, really useful. So there's our rough station building.
So we have the outline.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my window here. I'm going to split it. I'm going to hopefully, if I can I add you to here? Yes, I can. There we go. So now I can press. Is it going to work? Is it going to align if I press V?
Find the surface.
No, not really. It's all right. This is why I built it on the world axes. Look at that, because now it's
There you
already
go, so
aligned.
It's almost like you're proving your own point.
Ah, we're buffering. Why are we buffering? No.
So there's one window, which is this,
Yep.
and then
Oh, I
these
see.
are
Yeah.
shutters.
Yeah.
So like if I
Yep.
go
Used
to
car salesman
the
vibe.
Viking theme, if I find the windows, obviously this is FlexiColor, so I've taken all of the saturation, all of the brightness out of it, because the Viking theme is beautiful. I
Yeah.
love building in the Viking theme.
But not so great if you want to do a haunted house.
But no, exactly, yeah. I can see, where is it? There it is. That's what it looks like.
So you've scaled it, moved it, all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the keybind that Johnny didn't know about. If you hold down C and move your mouse up and down,
Oh.
there's
Perfect.
your scaling. Yeah, and you
Perfect.
also do have that if you're used to using advanced move,
Yeah, one is priority
which I
task.
am. You've got that as well.
Oh, you can drag in a corner. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
you've also
yeah.
got the slider.
Yeah,
here.
it's so much smoother
So
now.
I knew about
as
that.
well.
I knew about that one, and I knew about the slide. I did not know about the.
There you go.
Is it hold
So
down C, is it?
You can hold down C, so when you're in the
there we go.
normal free
Yeah.
movement, you can
I'd
just
imagine
it's
it
really
might be a
useful for
little
doing rocks and
more
trees if you
than
are doing something more bespoke.
Planet Coaster 1.
You can
but
press Z to
hopefully.
rotate it, C to
Doing
move it up,
great.
scale it up and down,
Sonic
and just
actions.
click,
Thanks
click,
for
click,
being
move
here.
around. Naturally, it will just come to you.
Yeah.
So
Scaling is
really, really
amazing.
nice and straightforward. So I'm going to take this window now. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to
Scorp says, dude, scaling is so
Great by
good.
the
Scaling
light
is
maybe.
great, and it's like
It's
you were saying it at the
fantastic.
start of
Not
the
that
stream, like
dark.
it's a bit of a
That's
lifesaver
because
as
they
well
had
for-
their
for other
torch on,
things you weren't doing.
remember?
It just makes
Yeah,
just
his
makes
light
life
on.
easier.
If you
Light
played
on.
the original Planet
I
Coaster,
thought it
there were
was
definitely
dark.
points when you had a piece of
Remember,
scenery. and
though,
you're
he had a
this will
huge
be so
opening in the
perfect
front,
if it
too.
weren't just like an
Remember
inch
that?
too
Like the whole
Yeah.
front of the building was
tall.
open.
So I'm now going to dig
Nice.
through. Let's go to the resort theme, and I'll tell you what.
Like if you
in my
completely enclose it,
initial
it's gonna be pitch
playing of
dark.
the game, I was obsessed
Doorways that actually
with
look like doorways, or
these
just big
like wooden fence trim
Big
pieces and things like that, and they've come in useful once again. Because I'm going
I
to
know what you're
start
going to do.
using
Yeah,
these
yeah.
to
These are like the
just-
in the
supports
first
and stuff. Yeah.
Why does it matter?
It just gives
We're
you that
getting in
extra
the
little bit
second
of
game.
detail on these buildings.
And again, this
There's
is
a
what I
big
like because
feature,
I was saying this yesterday to Rich and Adam. I was like, I love doing this. I love theming stuff. I'm nowhere near as good as you in terms of like the speed and like knowing all the tools as well as you do. But this is where I have the most amount of fun.
If
Like
you put
creating a
L
the
on your
aesthetic
keyboard
or,
in Planet Coaster 1, it turns on a
like
light.
the experiential side of theme parks. I love that the most. I'm a big fan of all that sort of stuff. And
Remember,
I'm
there's
not
a huge
great at building
opening in that
coasters,
building.
so often
Like,
use
it
as a
wasn't
default coaster.
completely
But now,
enclosed.
like what I will do though in franchise mode is I'll just get someone else to build the coaster, and they'll be like,
Exactly.
"Cool, give me the park. Let me do the bit I like doing, and you do the bit you like doing."
Yeah.
But you're also
Don't
doing the stuff
react
that's
because
the
they probably
mirroring,
know
the
about it,
duplicating.
and they
It's
don't
just-
want to
it's
reveal
just
stuff
so
that they're
quick.
working on.
I mean, as you
They
say,
don't
like,
wanna
with
talk
the
about it
franchise mode,
because
getting
they're
someone else
probably
to help you,
working
a
on
friend
it
of
and
mine
wanna
is in
keep
the
it a
chat
surprise
right
without
now, and he
saying,
was the
"Oh, yeah,
person
we're doing that."
I would call upon because he's more of a coaster builder,
Right.
less of a
They-
themer.
they
So he would
see-
then
They
build me
see
a coaster, he'd stick it on the
our
workshop, I would
feedback,
download
trust me,
it.
you can tell.
And you know, you can still do that with the Frontier Workshop and Planet Coaster 2, or you could invite
Marketing-wise,
into a
they wanna-
franchise and just build the park.
Yeah.
You know,
They keep it a
asynchronously
secret a
together.
little bit.
Yeah. Big fan of that. Big
Those
fan
fighting
of that.
textures.
And again, like how fast it is just to do all this, like straight away, and how this box is now taking life because
Exactly,
we're just using
yeah.
the tools that are available to us and other scenery pieces.
But Planet Coaster 2 is
and
proof
if I
that
was to
they've
say,
been listening to
even
us,
in this
though.
stage, to say like, oh, take a look at this. What theme is this? Everyone would just say, oh, it's haunted. And actually, we're using stuff from all the
This
different
is,
things.
yeah,
Oh, come on, stop buffering. No buffering, please.
technology. So
There we
these
go.
are like, these are usually,
Yeah,
again,
scaling's a
marble
huge
and
game
gold.
changer.
But no, they're not. They're now
Absolutely
black
huge.
and silver, which means that
Which means they're haunted.
Which
That is
means they're
these
haunted.
are
Yeah,
the
look
rules.
at the
Exactly,
inside of the
These are the
station.
rules.
It's so much darker.
it's really, really quick. It's really, really easy.
It's a good thing
do
to point
that.
out.
I've got my swatches
much
here.
darker.
Just grab. So
Has
what I'm doing here
openings,
is
too.
did I actually come across to this building? No, it didn't.
Look how dark it is on the inside.
I'm literally just clicking between them.
Got around 6 for a
taking
bunch.
these
If
away.
you're doing this, like and subscribe. Thank you so
and
much
I
for
can
being
just
here.
click
Thanks
on
for the
that, and I'm
sub.
now swapped over so the grid.
Thanks for the like.
It's not. It's
We're
not
gonna watch the full live stream. I have it pinned
I will,
in
I will do
the
instead.
chat.
Let me
So
grab
if you
these
look at
two
the pin
swatches
in the chat, you just have to go to their
instead,
store
and we'll fish
page,
out
and
this. So it's a
there's,
mythology
you can
wall
see the stream there.
decoration Trim. So
I have it
I can
pinned
just search
in the
the trim.
chat. So
I'm
go to
still
the
on
pinned
resort theme at
messages
the moment,
in the chat.
so I can take that out.
And it's
get
just
my
on their
mythology
storm page.
theme.
Just on the store
Trim.
page.
It's trim number 1.
And watch it live
So
right
that's what
there.
it looked like originally.
Yep. So not at all haunted.
No.
It's crazy.
Just make sure I'm on the right theme. There we go. So we can drop this guy in. I'm going to stay on those axes and swap to the corner piece. These do have snapping points as well. So
Yep.
if you are wanting to just not use the advanced move tool, I'm somebody that gets really, really, very, very specific with my.
You surprised me.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not
problem.
really a
It's
surprise
on
with me.
Steam.
I'm usually very, very specific about these things. So I can just plop these in.
Yeah.
I'm going to select all 3 of them, and then I'm going to give them
Daytime.
that.
Oh yeah, like you can have lights
Black and sort of
during the
symmetry.
daytime. They won't turn on
Beautiful.
just
And
during
there you go.
nighttime.
There you go. And this is something that I did use a lot. So say these are, by default, these are 4 meters wide. So they
Look at
match
how much different
a
they
wall
are.
Yeah.
when
perfectly.
you
If you
change
do
color.
use position snapping, you can snap it perfectly. Something else in Planet Coaster 2, if I go to my advanced move, I've got snap distances. So now
Okay.
I can
right.
move that 2 meters, because obviously the anchor point's in the
Yeah.
center.
Yeah.
2 meters one way, 2 meters
Yeah,
that
the
way.
Now you're lined up.
sunset
Now I'm lined
in
up.
this
Yeah.
game
And I
looks
can just
so good.
wrap
Lighting.
around the
Genius.
whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunset.
Yeah.
Same with this, I can duplicate that,
Spin
flip
it
it
around.
around, and then
Incredible.
again, if my calculations are correct, 2 meters, 2 meters.
The
bosh.
amount of hours you're saving with these
Exactly.
tools is just like.
So if you're wanting to, I know that something that used to really annoy me in the original game was how, like, trying to make things like aligned. If I wanted like 3 windows in a line that were perfectly spaced, you can do that now.
Yeah.
You can do it with individual
Well,
pieces
yeah,
like that, or you can do it like.
But also the stuff like
groups.
we probably won't have time to show it, but the stuff you can do on the cars as
I'm
well.
glad
so
that
can
you're
literally
happy,
just
'cause
duplicate
the- us
stuff.
PC
It lines
players
up,
are
it's
gonna
mirrors
be-
as you're putting it on, then you just
don't
add
care
it
for
to all
the
the
UI
cars
that
at the same
much.
time, and you can adjust them all at once, rather than being I have to move each one
think
in
they should
line.
have
Oh,
two
the last
separate
one's
UIs.
slightly out.
There is so much that we
Slightly
still
different
almost haven't had a chance to
ways.
show because there
Yeah.
is so much to see, so much to do.
You can like snap in the advanced move
too.
tool now. That's crazy.
So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap around
So
here. I
cool.
might like cap it off with a corner piece there.
Yeah.
Or actually a bit shorter version. I could, you could scale it down. Sometimes when you're working with scaling, you might have to like use your smallest,
Place items with a hound.
like
The
establish
item
what the
again?
smallest
Yes.
point of a ride would be to then
Doing it right
establish
now.
how big they're going to be.
Yeah,
if that
yeah,
makes
yeah, it
sense.
does.
So
Yeah, yeah.
once you get your head around the scaling features, you'll be able to sort of understand the nuances and how powerful they really are.
There's switch tracks, but no transfer tracks.
So let's put that silver again.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because I swapped that from the selector and
Sequence, or
not
how long can
duplicated
we
it,
make a
like,
sequence? I don't know if there's.
There we go.
I don't know if there really is
Copy
a.
it,
Now I can just
spin
copy
it
it,
around, and move it to the other
move
end.
it to the other end. And then yeah, so like I said, this is a mix of, at the moment, 3 different themes, at least.
I'm not sure.
And if this is
UI.
something that you want to get your head around, go on the
Controller
workshop,
can play
have a
Planet
dig,
Coaster 2
see
on
what you can
PC.
find.
I
Yeah,
think
I mean,
it has.
you can
It
pick
says it
somebody
in the
else's
store.
creation
It
of parts to see
has
how they do it.
partial.
I mean, I know for a fact the eclectic
Controller-
thing probably is
you
really
can actually
easy
use
to
controller.
sci-fi, like
Oh,
easy
yeah,
and stuff like that.
100%.
Partial
And
controller
like
support is
the
what it
aquatic
says.
rocks can easily turn to moon rocks and
It'd be
martial
really good to
landscapes and
use
stuff
for,
like
like,
that. There's
first
tons
person
of stuff.
planning and
you
stuff.
You've
can
got
do.
wood in a
Yes,
lot
the
of
second
wooden
entrance
tones
is
in
priority pass.
Viking and Resort. So if you wanted to do something almost Western, you can
Yeah,
do that
yeah.
really, really easily. That's another thing I'm going to try as well. So I'm just going to. So here we go. As an example, let's increase my snap distance.
And that's
1,
perfectly lined
2,
up.
Let's do.
Love the snapping on advanced move like that.
There
That's
we go. 3 windows,
Because then I
equally
can
spaced.
select them all again if I want to make sure that they're like spaced perfectly between these walls, so it's slightly off to the right, for example. And yeah, there you go, evenly spaced, perfect.
Done. In literally seconds.
Yeah.
I think that was probably
Whereas-
about 6 seconds.
Whereas before you would be there trying to eye it up and like, oh,
Yeah.
is that right?
Is that
Is
right?
it
Yeah, I
not?
remember that.
I'd never get it right either.
No.
So I just
I get it. I
settle
get
with
it
myself
as
and
near
go,
as I
it's-
can and go. Yeah, do you know what? I'm
Yeah.
not going to lose sleep over this.
yeah. The thing is, this is a trick as well, I guess, when you're theming a
lighting.
park, right? Because you're so close to the piece you're building,
better.
it's to remember that it's part of a larger scope, right? And you will want to
Yeah,
zoom in,
because
and I know players will, and I
I
know you
know.
do.
Yeah.
So everything has to
So
be
close,
perfect.
though.
But I try to square away myself, like, yeah, okay, it's not 100% aligned. However, I'm often going to be looking at this from maybe 100 foot in the air, and also
Exactly.
as part of a larger piece, you're not going to see
Yeah.
it. I used to hide my mistakes with a lot of foliage. But, I can't get this lined up. Put a tree there. No
Yeah.
one's going to see it.
But like I said, the back of this, obviously I've put these trims at the edges here just for the sake of them being there.
Get
But
your
like,
own
I'm
entrance
not gonna do any windows and stuff on the back of this
No.
because there's no point. I don't need to. And people who like one thing I didn't really do so much in the original game that I
If you
want to
guys
do
haven't
more so
already,
now,
make sure you
because of now
subscribe,
ducts and vents and
Because
stuff.
I'm going to be playing
My
this
show
game like
buildings are going to be when
mad.
you're up in the sky. Because if you go on like
It
Google,
releases on the
Earth and
6th.
look at a theme park, any ride that's inside, it's just a big like beige
So
concrete
if you
roof.
like Planet Coaster,
Like you can like that's what
You know what
I
to
want
do.
to do. in
Can
these
we
games.
make the inside of this glow
want to
red?
see my content
So,
early,
like,
be
when
sure
you're
to hit the
looking at
join
this-
button.
This,
Well, the actual station platform
yeah.
itself is like really.
Yeah,
really
so
bright.
the
Absolutely.
red's
I'm a
blowing
member.
out.
All
We have
members
got
get
some, we've got some
early
skylights at
access
the
to my
moment, so I need to
videos.
take those out. And I realise these roofs are not also not the right colour yet. Which
But you
colour
don't
was
wanna
it?
There'll be
miss
no
out.
happiness in our haunted house.
No, exactly.
Don't miss out.
The red will escape somehow.
There we go.
And actually, because I haven't put the eaves on it. I've got my overhangs.
Yes.
If you haven't
Way too
noticed
long.
by now, chat, Rich is a bit of a perfectionist.
Yeah, just a
even
little
when
bit.
we're saying you're on a timer, he's like, yeah, well, I know, but I'm going to do it my speed.
this is a fundamental for me. It's like the eaves have to be in. If it terminates at at the wrong point and doesn't look like thought about, it's not that. Yeah, this is still me going quick. I won't lie. Let's take the gable end here with that and just drop this into place. The gable end will be in the middle of it at the moment. I'm not going to worry too much about the overhang for this because, again,
You're not.
you can't see you can't see it anyway. So I'm just going to select this, just drop it. Whoops, a bit too far there. Mouse is having a moment. Come on, there we go. Just going to drop it into place there like that. I think there is a flat roof as well I could have put there instead, but
I quite like that, though.
that was there.
That was there. You've
I
taken it
feel,
and
I
used
feel, you know, there actually is. You know what? There is. I was about to say, oh, I feel bad for the fact that that's going to fill it with rain if you got no gutters. Oh, but we do.
You do have gutters.
There are gutters.
So now we can add gutters.
And they are actually. I'm not going to do it on this build, for
The
example.
gutters actually make a
can see
difference?
I've
That's
put
crazy.
gutters on
Yeah.
there because, of course, I
Like
did.
they actually make a difference? The rain?
I love how self-aware you are.
Oh yeah,
Insane.
I'm aware that this is very much not how everyone's going to play. But one last thing I'm going to do on this before we start moving on to.
It won't be
foliage and
delayed, dude.
frames
It's
around
way
it.
too late
have
for that.
these,
It's too late for them to
fantastic
delay it.
Decals now, or decals. However
So
you
yeah,
pronounce
I
it.
never know how to
late
say
for
that
them
word,
to
by the
do
way.
that.
But yeah, this is where you're going to show how it's going to. The walls look a bit rotted.
So
and,
yeah, so
yeah.
if you look at.
I knew there was gutters already, but I didn't know they would
Remember
actually
times I've
work
done that
with
in
the
Teams,
rain.
and I've just managed to almost send
Crazy.
somebody like a mash of WASD. This
Get
all looks still
flooding.
quite clean. It's obviously nice and it's still nice and desaturated. It's nice and haunted. But then you look at this, and it's like, oh,
Yeah.
there's a lot more going on here, because you've got these fantastic damage.
I have damage
decals
pieces?
as well, and these are flexi-color too, so they start out.
Oh,
looking
that's
quite
crazy.
bright. I'm going to darken them.
You put those on like any of the walls too.
Just for the sake of an easy swatch. And then these are scalable too.
That's
I was going
crazy.
to say, and that's the thing, right? They're scalable, so it's.
Oh,
it's like
those are
so
awesome.
much easier.
So I can drop that.
Didn't know we were gonna get stuff like that.
There were a few sort of decal type
That's huge.
pieces in the first
Those are
one
awesome.
coaster, but they were. I know they didn't sort of retain color very well at night. Whereas these guys look fantastic.
That's a lot of
so again,
damage.
I'm not going to go too hard. I've done that on the main house.
Y'all
we're
gonna
just
build
gonna
first? I'm gonna
drop
build
a little
a
bit, a little
10
bit.
mile
Just- it
long
gives it a
lazy
little
river
extra bit of
just to
flavour.
get to a kiddie coaster.
And then the same thing goes for there's moss as well.
Yeah.
I use these a lot in the mythology theme. So these do start out as bright green, but I don't want
You don't
that.
need
These are
a
two colours as well.
Camera mod on this game.
You know,
Oh, that's
leave that,
deliciously
have
awful.
a
leave that
moss.
little yellow in there as well. And I can just drop all of this in and start literally painting the
Love
walls.
those pieces.
Um,
I know they weren't gonna reveal much in this,
these in.
but that's actually
Like I said,
huge for me.
If I was going really
Seeing
hard,
pieces like
as I
that.
have with the blueprint on the workshop.
But it upsets me that you're not really
those.
trying, but it's still better than anything I would make
That's
myself.
the thing. I'm not trying, but look at how much it's already added.
It's come
to
alive, like it-
that. It's like I've done
Yeah.
it on the roofs as well. So again, just very quickly, just drop some of these on there.
And again,
Well, I
you're
stream my
scaling it,
gameplay,
and we just rotate the same
absolutely.
piece.
Yep.
We can use different pieces on all this, but this is all very quick.
We're gonna be
but
streaming
again,
a
you
while.
can really see how that has changed
if you
the aesthetic straight away.
yeah, if you wanted to create a horror
you
shack
guys
and
don't wanna
cover
miss
it
that-
in
miss
what
that.
looks like blood, you can make the moss
You can
red,
color,
and you've got
yeah,
blood.
you can flexi-color that to red, right?
You
if
can
you want, if
flexi-color
you're
the
that kind
moss.
of person.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to make it look kind of icy, you can
Yeah.
make it blue. You've got all of that,
That's
that
crazy.
flexibility. So let's set it to nighttime now. Let's pull the lights down. There we
There
go.
you go.
What
Right.
are you
So
talking
now
about? We're talking
I'm
about
gonna
Planet
stay
Coaster 2.
in
The
the
mod
building
you need it for
to
Planet
edit
Coaster
it.
1.
And we're just
That
going to
makes
go
sense,
into
but for Planet
our
Coaster 2, you don't need a mod
lights.
for smoothing.
And we've got these lovely spotlights.
They've already
that people will
implemented it.
recognize from the original game. And I'm just gonna what I did
Oh, those
before
look
is I
nice.
just
The lighting
plopped
looks
it
so
on
much better.
The corner of the roof here. Now I do like, while these are a little bit more obvious, I do enjoy the process of like hiding lights properly
Yeah.
as well. I don't like sinking them into things so they're just like hidden inside a
Yeah.
rock or something. I like to actually
Do
kind
it
of
how it have to be done.
how it would have to be done exactly. So I use like a purple.
No, there's
for
no
these
transfer
ones,
tracks in the
slightly
game.
lighter purple.
It's so cool.
Just
Well,
make your
like just
own
one light already. I'm like, oh my-
Visible ones
I put the
like
path
you
of the
would do
way
in
here, but
Planet
you can see
Coaster
how
1.
it's
That's all
interacting
I'm
with
going to do.
everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which isn't a surprise. It
Really
just-
easy.
It illuminates everything. Pop one in the middle here, just like that. And then I'm
Nice.
going to just put some.
And again, if you wanted to, you could have a window that was open at the top, for argument's sake, and you could say there's a light in there on a sequencer, and it could flash every now and again.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
You could have it properly haunted, and you can do all that sort of stuff. So there's a ton of stuff that players will do with this, and again, they will do with it, and then you'll be in the workshop, and it'll be saved, and you'll be able to
Exactly.
just drag it down and put it in your park.
And even
stuff like
for people now who are
wait.
watching this stream are looking at it and going, "Oh, okay, you know, I could do that. I can see how
Yeah.
this has been done." So this
Yeah,
is like
the blur
a
visual
uprighter
effect is,
that
you
I'm
know,
just going to sink into the
you turn it on or off.
trim there.
POVs.
You can change the actual light color, like actual flex,
Completely optional, too. A lot
housing.
of people
Yeah.
didn't like
And then
it
you
though.
can change the light color itself. So we're going
Yeah.
for orange for
Yeah.
purple and orange is the sort of traditional Halloween color. And I
It
did
worries me
this-
that you know this,
Light is
but
still
I'm
going
just going to
through
take your word for it.
Yeah.
object.
Yeah.
I did this on the haunted house
mean?
as well. It's already on the workshop. It's all purple and orange. But you could go green. you could do whatever you want.
Doesn't
Yeah,
look
that's
like
the
it's
thing.
going into the building.
And so very
I
quickly,
don't know what you're talking about because I don't see it
there
going
is a
inside.
haunted station.
And if
Look,
it
I
is,
mean,
it's because
it's
it's open.
super cool.
It's not quite finished yet because we haven't put Arthur's bright red lights in it.
I kind of want to have like this really horrible, horrific,
I love doing that. Like
hellscape sort of stuff inside, and
I
really
can see on the top
ominous
a little bit,
inside.
but
Let's attach these to the ceiling here.
I don't know if they've
Right.
announced the limit on blueprints
Right.
yet.
But we chose the haunted theme just because it is Halloween and it is live.
Through the paths.
This is a live show, so we figured we'd do something fun because it's
Yeah.
Halloween and we're here. So yeah, we're just going to show how we can use different themes to do different stuff. And again, look at that. See?
Yep. And then one last thing, just for the old ambience, we can go into our special effects, and there should be a mist. Huge. Let's just type it in rather than try and scrub through them. Look at that.
The lighting in Planko 2 is fantastic. Someone just said it looks great. It is
It's
actually
really,
fantastic.
really good.
Global illumination is such a really cool thing to have.
So I'm just popping some mist emitters down on the ground. Put us back out of everything, and there is our spooky looking station. So I've
There we go.
literally just
cool.
lifted those couple of pieces from the blueprint and gone, okay,
It's so
I'm
cool.
going to
The
use
coast
this.
in the background as well,
Yep,
just going over.
use this as a starting point.
Nice.
And then there's our station.
There we go. There we go. I'm not sure how we're doing for time. Producer Adam, how are we doing for time?
It's currently, yeah, we're doing not too badly. Okay, let's pull the light back
All
up.
right. So yeah, we've got about 10 minutes to go, 10, 15 minutes to go.
Yep.
So what are you going to do next?
What we're going to do is I'm going to use some autumnal trees because, you know,
Scenery brush.
it's autumn.
Yeah.
excited for
And
that.
the things are changing.
We have
So
fireworks.
what we can do now is I've got the
I'm
this
not sure if
autumnal
I've
trees
seen
preset.
fireworks
You
or
can
not.
create custom
think
brushes.
so.
You just kind of plug in all your own whatever scenery you want. It doesn't have to be trees.
can't
Doesn't
say
have to
for
be-
I know you
sure.
can do this.
It could be
You can make a custom brush.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we do.
All right.
Look.
You have to show me
So
this
this
after
is
we finish.
this
but
is
yeah.
what it's currently painting in, and these are the preset ones
Yeah.
that are already in
I
the
think
game.
the first one might be the multi-dimension for me.
And then yeah, there's one for each of the different biomes.
Sure.
But you can create your own with whatever you want. If you wanted to make one that was like spooky, lights,
Two entrances, one's
you
priority
could do that, or
pass.
just paint like 100 fish beasties. You could do that.
Wow.
That's if the fish beastie is one of the options. I don't know, but you can do that. But I can
When I,
just,
when I was first shown this, I lost it.
Yeah.
Like, but this is months and months ago when I was shown just like how good this tool is.
yeah,
I was just
I'm
like,
literally
yes.
I'm just painting this. Yeah, this is one thing I always wanted as well because like people who've
I
played
love the scenery
Planet
brush.
Coaster know that when you're trying to like you
gonna
know
save
hide
so
the
much
void
time.
of the rest
Yeah.
of the park behind you, you can just paint this in.
Yeah.
And then all of these are still individual objects. So like for example here, this has gone a little bit too close. It's just an individual object. So I can still get rid of it. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
If I wanted to like, I want this one to be here as well. Again, scaling up and down, rotate it.
Scaling,
Just
man.
Comprehend. I just
So you can refine it by hand, but you can just paint the initial stuff in with
Did
the
I
brush.
say
and
I
that's
would
that.
rather play Park
honestly,
Beyond?
I
No.
am super
absolutely
excited
not.
to just get into this. Like a creative, like I will probably play 90% of my time in sandbox.
I don't even
I,
have Park Beyond.
I've sworn to myself I will let you do a tutorial, or I'll just come sit at your desk for a little
I
while.
don't even own
And
it.
be like, I've been trying to do this thing, Rich, and I can't make it work. And you'll be like, have you done this? I'm like, no. So I will just be coming to your desk.
Yeah, you can build detour
Because
parks a
I
lot
cannot
faster
wait
now.
to just get into this sort of stuff. And I have ideas I want to build, like in my mind. I've already started laying out my park.
The
Like, I've
developers
already
are
decided I
playing.
want to do like
He's got
kind
the,
of like
he's
an
got the
Epcot-
mouse and keyboard.
Epcot kind of thing. I want to have a big lake and I want to have
See him?
all different zones
got the
all the way
mouse and
around
keyboard
it. And
right
I'm
there.
kind of like, I'll probably use either preset blueprint rides or I'll go to the workshop
I think
after a
it's
couple of
pretty
days. 'cause I know
clear
there'll
on the
be some
title. I
amazing
said
rides in
it's
there,
my
and I'll
reaction
just
to the
take them.
gameplay.
Absolutely.
Django paying that, it really is one of the best tools. Yeah, it's fantastic. That and
Unclear,
also
we don't
smoothing
know
tool.
about the
Well,
map
there's
side
a lot of
stuff.
tools. There's also snap edges we showed last night. We can
We haven't really
you
shown
can break down models and
much
create
of
snap
that,
edges.
really.
There is so much. We simply can't go into everything. But it's just like when I saw
We had autumn
when
colors.
I saw this, and I
in Planet
when I
Coaster
first saw-
1, but
obviously
not
I
many
work in marketing,
options.
So if anyone wants a little bit of peek behind the window, so I work in the publishing team, so I work in marketing. I probably saw this about, I don't know, 18, 19 months ago in a very, very early form. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is literally sunshine in a box. Like this game is, and I wish I'd have coined that. We never got it through, but it's such a great feeling to play this game and watch people do it, and just the ideas people have. So yeah, can't wait.
So I'm just going to very quickly fill in
Yeah, I hope we
the
have some
rest of
bigger
the,
ones too.
the space here.
Sure.
Just with some trees, and I put mist
We're
in.
moving
That was all
ride
really quick. We can
Constraints.
do now quickly. Let's pull it back to nights. Just one last thing before
What do
we
you
get
mean?
the final house in. I'm going to put some lights down.
I was going
as
to say we're
well.
going to have some lights, and also we
Yeah.
can put them around the edge of the lake if you wanted to, and all that
Yeah,
sort
exactly.
of stuff. And you could maybe have the fish beastie come out, and all this sort of stuff
you can
do.
all
Gosh,
sorts.
them
Like I said, there's
fish
still
beastie.
so much we haven't shown, not because we just haven't, we haven't had time.
Yeah.
There's so much to see, so much to do.
Yeah.
So we give this
Haven't
a
had
shot.
time. You keep showing the
Big
same
old
stuff
concrete
over and
block. So
over,
like,
that's
the
why.
kind of thing that you could probably spend a bit of time
Theming and
up
hiding, put some rocks around it and all that sort of
Exactly,
stuff.
yeah.
Or
One
maybe you
that-
build it into a cave or something, a busted house that you're moving into.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I love in these games building
Drop
like
track,
dilapidated things. It's why the
or
idea
is
of, hey,
it
do you want to do a spooky park? I'm like,
Element?
Yes, I do.
Sold. Easy
And again, we
peasy.
haven't even touched on. We haven't had.
I want to
chance
say it's
show,
fixed,
like,
but
the
I'm not
events that
sure. I
concern
didn't
how you
see
can
any
use that and
options
have,
to
like, that
change
mist
the
could
height
be
of it,
or an
but
event
I could be
or you
wrong.
can have flames that will come out.
Exactly.
You could even attach
You
flames.
might be able to change it to
your
a certain
roller coaster
extent.
if you wanted
Yep.
to. You could actually have your roller coaster on fire, going around if you really wanted to.
Exactly.
Or it could burst into flames at a certain point if
I
you
head
wanted
out.
it
Nice
to,
watching.
because that's
See you
what the
next
game
stream.
can do.
And Planet Coaster
It's
2.
just
See you in
a
6
real
days.
cool,
All right, thanks for being here.
A real cool piece of work.
Appreciate you being here.
What I'm going to do now, I'm going to actually just
You
enclose
guys make
this.
sure you
I knew
comment,
this
like,
was bugging you.
subscribe.
I knew this was
It's
bugging
just because
you.
I'm looking at it going, where am I actually going to put this house? Like really?
for
'cause
Planet
the
Coaster 2
track's
is
in the
real.
way, I don't have the time to, like I could take that house, like a
Very, very
hollow
real.
it out, turn it into like you could turn it into like an
So hype.
entrance facade.
Yeah.
You can, stick a drop track in it. Just, the possibilities are completely endless as to what you actually do with this game and what people have made on the workshop. As soon as it goes up, it's like you can do what you want with it. You can use it as inspiration. You can just use it as it is, or you can
See the fog
try something
particles
completely
reflect
So let me
in
ask you a
lights.
question as you when you get around to placing the house. Would you, because I this is what I do, so when you place this house,
This
would
game
you,
is
once
better
you've done it,
optimized
you
for
then
performance.
work out
It
story for
act
the house, and would you actually
100%
try and
is,
build
you can tell.
like a fake path and like a whole
Like,
story
it's
around?
Oh, yeah.
quite laggy when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
That's what I do. I
parts
spend so
2,000
long
guests.
doing that. I would
I've seen
love
them
to make it
load
look as
parks
if
up
there
with
was
like
a way to walk
5,000
up to
guests,
it,
and it was still
even if I
perfectly
have it,
smooth.
like, it was an old walkway that has now broken
Broken
down.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
And
definitely
because
a
you've
lot
got things
better.
Like the scaling, you've got
100%.
individual, like those wooden sort of posts that I use to trim the edges of the house. They're perfect for something like that. I've
Maybe you
done
could go
something
to,
like
like
that already.
elevator, slow drop
with,
to another floor. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Using bits
I
and
hope there's a
pieces
lot of
wood
options
to
for
make
it,
Things look broken.
Yeah.
but I'll
like,
take it
it's-
regardless.
Super powerful what you can do. So like for example, this space. here,
I'm
I
excited
could
for dark rides.
giant tree.
Yeah.
Is their game lagging?
People will
I
make
don't see it
giant
lagging.
haunted trees and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And there'll be whole set pieces you can do. And we obviously we're focusing on making something haunted because it's Halloween. But I'm sure other people will do other stuff and other themes. I'm sure you've got, like you said, you want to do like a steampunk kind of stuff. and-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone's got their
Steampunk.
own ideas, and if you're seeing the themes and you've seen screenshots and trailers and
Oh, you
videos
changed the
from
color.
previous content we've done, and you've got those ideas brewing, that's great because you can bring these to life, which
Yeah.
is fantastic.
And I think what
ready.
we're keen to express is like, whilst everything in the game is fantastic and all the tools are there, they really are just a base for players to do whatever they want with. You can do whatever you want with these things.
No rules
No.
in this game. So what I'm going to do now?
I'm
we've
not
got my
100%
spot
positive
hill.
on the
Does it need to be
time. I
big
think
enough for a
Fluffy
house?
said he heard it'll
Ish.
be
It might overhang a
10
little bit. This is
a.m.
where you would
Central,
go
which
for
is
a-
mine.
Yeah.
Just pull the
So
string up a
3
little
p.m.
bit, swallow it up a little
There's
bit.
only one way to find
Something
out,
like
Rich.
Yeah, we're gonna put the house back in. So I'm gonna go back to my blueprints.
I'm not entirely
I'm gonna go
sure.
for haunted.
Could be wrong.
This one.
I don't know if they said that or not.
Here's my house. It's there, but I mean, you could almost, if for example,
It's teetering on the
you
edge.
could almost have it teetering off the edge, as if like
Yeah.
the coasters come through
Yeah.
and
Hey
it's.
Joe, what's
But again,
up?
in my mind, I like to get some
Things are
get
great.
some rocks and scenery pieces,
waiting
stick
for
it
this
on each
game.
side. It looks like it's like on the ledge and stuff like that because we haven't
more
done any
days,
of that
6
yet.
more
We haven't had
days.
time. But there we go. We have.
So we've got this house. It's now looming up on the hill.
And we've done this. Well, you have done this, and you've been talking to me at the same time in an hour. I would say you've
Yeah.
made all of this in an hour, and it's, as we keep saying it, what you can do is only really limited by your imagination. You can do whatever
Exactly.
you want.
Just get rid of this code.
You can do whatever you want with this. And I
I can't play till the 8th.
we're in the
I
last
requested
phases,
it off. Ain't no way
before
I
we
was
launch
working.
next Wednesday, and I'm just excited to keep playing it. That's
Exactly.
that's
It
does help that
no hard sell. Do
SDC's
what you want to do,
closed
chat.
on the
Honestly,
day it
I'm
comes
going to be
out.
playing this game. I love it. Like it's loads of fun. But we're coming towards the end of our Steam
Yeah,
stream. We'll
16
be back next
gigabytes
week as
is
well. We'll be back
the
Monday, Tuesday,
recommended.
and Wednesday next week. We still have prizes. Wednesday,
If
maybe
you're talking about
special will be on
RAM,
Steam,
yes.
and then we'll be going
That would be
into
the least amount you'd want.
into a launch party almost
Yeah.
for the hour beforehand, where we'll just be talking to some of the devs and talking about what we've done, and then we'll give away more prizes. So the prizes Monday, Tuesday, and
Oh, it's
Wednesday,
already
so
out
keep
for
an eye on our socials
pre-orders.
and have a look. Make sure to like
The game comes out on the
the
6th.
Steam community page because we will be
They
doing
have
a code
pre-order
in,
bonuses,
the Steam
rides
community
if you want to
page
pre-order
tomorrow,
it.
So you don't want to miss that when it goes live.
It might be a good idea.
Let's have a look at that house one last time.
I was going to say, yeah, before we do a POV for the chat, because they all want to see it, we're just going to do one more lap just around. See, I'm really, really proud of this blueprint. I'm really,
Yeah,
really
the
happy
house
with
looks
it.
really cool.
Yeah.
It looks really, really
I mean,
cool. The
like,
lighting,
the windows on the
Yeah,
back,
that's
you
looks
can
really
see
cool.
the moss,
the moss.
the cracks, and like these are all made of little scenery pieces together.
Yeah.
That I've just made to look like little windows.
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of like you put a lot of effort into this. It just shows how you can do. I mean, there's a bit of something in the middle there, but we can.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We can
Yeah.
fix.
No, stop with the buffer. No buffer allowed. Why are we buffering? First off, why are we streaming on Steam? Uh-oh. Now it's completely gone. Right before they were going to do the POV, too. No. No, no, no.
Looming.
That's
I'm definitely going to take this blueprint and build like a proper, full-on, like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna spend 15 hours building one coaster sort of thing.
Love how it has headlights on this coaster.
And then
I mean, I can't say
pitch black.
pitch black.
apart
The
from
light from the
lights,
yeah, that's really cool. Very happy that you've managed to pull this off in an hour-ish. Hour-ish, to be fair.
And that's, I mean, I know that obviously I've got a lot of time with this game, but that's still using somebody's blueprint. That's my
Yeah.
blueprint. But hypothetically, you can take somebody's blueprint and extend that and use it as inspiration and build out something. So you might literally just be scrolling through the workshop after you've gotten your head around the base game and started
Lake
working
looks
with
great
it.
as well.
Yeah, the reflections.
The reflections
in
of the water,
game are
yeah, it looks so
phenomenal.
Look, it's saving.
You might just be scrolling through the workshop.
It's not
and
lagging
see
out.
Somebody post
you see that?
Something, and you go, oh, do you know what? I've got to
It just
write it
auto-saved
down.
during
I'm
that
gonna take
POV.
that, I'm going to break it apart,
Yeah.
see how they did it, and then just make a whole.
And again, we haven't
or a
shown
whole
it, but
land or a whole park. out
All
of
the
it.
tools that you've shown, like the grabbing and stretching, you can do your coasters as well. So when they're down, you can grab the light and you can
Yep.
stretch them out, and you can look at the loops, and you can make the loops bigger, you can make them smaller.
Yep.
It's just really cool. Going over the waters, I love
Should have
that.
made the
That's
launch
really,
out of
really
the
cool.
switch track.
And then into the
better.
spooky red station to end our ride. And in fact, our Steam stream. Rich, thanks so much. You've been a real trooper. I know
It's been a
I know
pleasure.
you're super
I've
busy.
already answered that.
you know,
Yes, if you have 16 if you're talking about RAM,
I know the whole team's
yes.
busy.
You're
So I
going to
hope
at
you
least
really
need
enjoyed this.
25
Thank you so much
gigabytes
for
of
joining in.
storage.
I hope
If
you're
you're talking about RAM,
to win a
16
code. If not, like
gigabytes
I
is
say,
good,
join us
yes.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. We've got more codes to give away.
It
I've
is
been
the
Arthur
minimum.
from Frontier,
I've been Rich.
and
from
that's how we're
Frontier.
going to end this. So we'll see you soon. Bye bye.
All right, sweet. That's it. All right, so we got our first little bit, not first, but we got more gameplay. It was pretty fun. They made a nice little coaster that was kind of spooky themed. I'm glad that you can have some spooky themed stuff in the game. 3070 should be great enough. Yes, I have a 3080 Ti, so it's amazing. Hope to see you the weekend of November 16th and 17th. Nice. I'm assuming you're visiting the park then or something. Should be. No, not early access. They were live streaming on Steam. So, I don't get early access. I'm not privileged enough for that. In fact, I'm going to check my email right now and see if I have anything about that. Why is my account not on here? Come on. JLW Games. Never saves my stuff. Don't know why. You make me angry sometimes. Yeah, I actually just bought a new SSD. Did not add my account? What's going on? I gotta enter a PIN, verify my codes. didn't get sent a pen. You didn't send me anything. I don't understand what I'm doing. Save. You're signed in. Okay. I guess I'm just signed in now. What is going on? Am I actually signed in? What? Not now. I'll do that later. Hold on. Hold the phone, guys. Hold the phone. Shoot! No way. I literally just checked my YouTube stuff, and the first thing that popped up that I hadn't read yet was Planet Coaster 2. Link for your early access code. From Frontier. Hold up, guys. Hold up. Whoa. Hold everything. I might actually have an early access code. Okay. No freaking way. I'm freaking out. Hold on. I actually have to like sign an agreement, so I'm not going to go over any of that because obviously I don't want to get in trouble. Holy crap. Guys, I might actually get early access. I don't know if I was supposed to say that, but I just kind of freaked out. Of course, I gotta follow all of the stuff. No freaking way. No freaking way this is happening, though. I literally just checked my email. Oh no, I'm gonna freaking cry. I gotta sign a document. It's probably an agreement. I'm not gonna read it, obviously, on stream or anything or show anything. I'm not gonna get in trouble. I'm not gonna lose this opportunity. Oh, no way, dude. No way. This is insane. Influencer, sweet. I'm actually going to read through this because I don't want to get in trouble. I probably shouldn't have even said that. I'm probably going to get in trouble now. You guys didn't hear anything from me. I'm going to do this later, guys. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video or the stream. I'm just going to end the stream, guys. I may or may not have some awesome content coming to you guys very, very soon. So I don't know how legit this is. So I'm just not gonna say anything until I read stuff because I don't want to get in trouble for anything. Frontier, I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to say that, but that's all I'm gonna say. Like, I just kind of freaked out a little bit when I saw that email. So, anyways, I'm gonna end the stream now, guys. Any information I can say anything, I will talk about later. So, I'm gonna read stuff. I'm gonna go read through stuff first before I say anything else. So make sure you have a great day, guys. Even cooler tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for joining the stream, guys. If you're on the other one, or if you guys are joining me vertical stream, thanks for joining. But I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and goodbye. Bye-bye.